guys, don't forget, a 58-year-old Frank Ribery is still playing on the wing and still moving fast.
But Jarvis was the motion, man. Jarvis was the motion.
Kylian Mbappe is not the black Milan or black Mark. It's the black Mario Balotelli.
That makes no sense. Yo guys, we're back in the game. We're back in the game, man. You know what it is, man. This is where we try and do our thing and trying to be the best that we can be, man. So, welcome to the Saturday Hangout, where we have open debates, where I try to clown people and where nothing is out of bounds, nothing is out of touch, and we're gonna have a very important debate. This is going to be a very key debate that we're going to have, man. And I'm happy and I'm looking forward to opening this for the floor. You know, I'm very looking forward to opening this for the floor. So guys, remember what it is. Like that vid, hit that subscribe button, and if you want to support your boy and so forth, check out the links below in that description box. If you want to show that your support, show your love to your boy Half Hope, Double H, that kid, the boy that's trying to live and trying to do our best thing. So guys, what's on the agenda, man? We're going to talk Messi and Cristiano in light of them being dumped out of the CL. First thing that has happened since 06-07. We're going to talk Benzema. Do we need to revisit Benzema and his career as a striker? Does he deserve more praise as pertaining to just how good of a football player that he is? And we're then going to have a preview of the North London derby between Arsenal and Tottenham. And if we have some time, we may even take some questions from the audience, as we normally do, man. So guys, this is it, man. And we're going to have some fun, man. We're going to have some real fun here now. And I hope that, when we have this debate, we'll keep things open. So let me just get so guys, remember, man, get a meal, get a drink, relax yourself, ease your mind and be free. Ease your mind and be free. No, everyone just needs to relax. Just relax. So, Cristiano and Messi. I am perhaps alone in thinking this, that I have not been a fan of their dominance. I've not been a fan of this back and forth between these two. I've never been. But it is what it is. That's where they are, and that's what they've been doing for so long. There's something telling, based on where they are in their careers, based on their age, and the manner in which they were dumped out. So when last was Messi dumped out in the round of 16 in the Champions League? When last did that happen for Cristiano? And it's the manner in which it happened. Barcelona getting pimp slapped 4-1. Brave attempt, but of course wasn't to be. Messi, of course, choking, missing that huge penalty, man. Cristiano tried to dive for 2 games, 210 minutes. All he gave me were a few dives and laying it past for Chiesa. Juventus were horrible and bad, and he was crap as well. So you look at this and saying that maybe this isn't the end, or rather, is this the beginning of the end? Are we now finally starting to prepare ourselves for saying goodbye to these guys that have been dominant for so long? Because of course we can talk about, okay, what if Messi goes to a PSG or a Man City? Okay, Cristiano, I've now heard rumors about the guy running all the way back to Real Madrid, which would be wild. I believe for Cristiano, a great thing is go to Inter Miami. I think the MLS would be a superb move for Cristiano, and I think there is no shame in him exploiting the American markets and saying what's up there. There is literally nothing wrong with that. But as I said again, I'm alone in this. I am overjoyed, and I'll be over the moon when these guys retire. Because the fanship, the fanboys, the cultists is annoying, and I cannot wait for the era of Mbappe, Haaland, Sancho, Felix, and so forth, because I'm all about the new. I'm all about moving forth. my goats and so forth, I love them. The Arnolds and stuff, I love them. But I'm of the mindset you have to keep moving forward. You have to keep moving forward. That is the key thing if you want to roll through, man. So, Wilton, man, what do you say, man?
Yeah, I do believe that we are coming to the end. I don't think they're finished yet, but in terms of like,
So you're saying there's still a few more seals left for
no,
them?
no. Like when I mean like finished, like where they have to go to MLS or go back to those, or go back where Messi. I'm sure Messi wants to retire and play in the Argentina league before he or for Boca Junior or something. I don't think they're finished yet, but I don't. I've said it. I don't think they're winning any more Champions League. I see them. I see Cristiano winning something more with Portugal more than or Messi. Messi, I still think he can still win La Liga because he's the greatest La Liga league player of all time. Like I've never seen a player so dominant in the league ever in my lifetime. And Messi's like not even arguable. I think he's the greatest league player of all time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but in terms of CL, I just don't. Only way I see Messi winning the Champions League if he goes to another team because there's no way Messi is gonna win a Champions League with
So,
Barca.
but what about Cristiano?
Cristiano
Juventus
too.
looks like a mess. So,
Yeah,
do you think that he has to leave, or do you think that stay, or why isn't MLS an option? You're getting old. You're getting on. Your legs will be tiring. Why isn't MLS an option? Make some good money there.
To be honest with you, the thing about Cristiano, what I respect about Cristiano, he has that hunger to keep on winning, and I'm guessing he really wants to win that Champions with Juve, obviously, but it's not gonna happen. That Porto game was the final nail in the coffin. Like it just showed. But my thing is, let's say Cristiano wants to win another Champions League. Realistically, the only club that can afford him, I think, for his wages, are PSG and City, because he's making a lot of money at Juve.
So, but would you want him back at Real Madrid?
No, because I think we got to move on from that. I don't want us to keep on relying on the old core again. We got to move on from that because it's time to start thinking about the Haaland, the Mbappe, the Sancho, the Phil Foden, the all the youngsters that are coming up. Because I just don't think that I don't think it's a good idea for Real Madrid to go to try and sign Cristiano Ronaldo again. But in terms of Messi is what 33, Cristiano is 36. So Messi still got at least 2 years left on him. But again, I just think that if I'm Messi and Cristiano, I would focus more on my international side more because let's be real, I don't think Barca and Juve are making a Champions League final anytime soon. It's not gonna happen. It's just not. It is what it is. But it's been over a decade. They've been dominating the game. We never seen that. I don't think we ever seen this type of competitive ever. I don't think
we'll never say it again. We will never say it again.
Never. I don't like saying never say never because you never know in the next 150 years something might happen. Never say never. You never know. But yeah, it is coming to an end. It's not. It's like I guess if you're really a fanboy, you've been following these guys through it. It's sad that it's coming to an end, but it is what it is. We got to move on. Football's gonna move on.
Actually, so real quick, I just need to do some exposure. This guy, Robert Moreto, is actually Machine. Machine is currently holidaying in a place in Brazil that it actually has roots on my mom's side, which is Bahia, which is where my mom's family comes from. Machine, find me a nice Brazilian wife. You know the details I gave to you. And please, 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 stop hating on Lionel Messi. Find me my Brazilian wife and so forth. Wilton, please continue.
Machine.
You need African wife, not Brazilian wife.
Abdullah, can you mute your mic, please? Can you mute your mic? Thank you. And can you finish your tea? Mute your mic and finish your tea. Wilton, continue.
But for me to round up, I'm gonna just say I don't think they're finished yet because we have the Copa America this summer. We have the Euro. And I do think this is Messi last chance to win a Copa for Argentina. And Cristiano obviously has this.
Whoa. Your mic is going to be crazy. Your mic is going to be crazy. Your mic is going to be crazy. Yeah. It's good. Maybe disconnect and connect again. Disconnect and connect again. Okay. Before I come to YSK Jackson, let me hit this dub, man. Dub from Whimsical Thought Man. Thank you for the dub, man. Thank you for the dub. Thank you for the dub. Bit too reactionary, are we? Cristiano still scoring goals in the Serie, same league that Ibrahimovic is scoring in. And the Serie, as we've seen, there will be no Serie representative most likely in the CL quarterfinals. Messi still influencing games. Okay, but for how long can he do so? But clubs need to stop revolving around them. No MLS yet. Very true. Clubs should stop relying on them and so forth. But Whimsical, here's my thing. There is no shame in going to the MLS if you're on the wrong side of 30. So if Cristiano decided to go to the MLS, what's so wrong in that? Amazing market. You does wonders for your ratings, and it will help set you up for life after football right now. Because a guy 36 and 37 who clearly doesn't have the physical attributes he once had, MLS is alright. See, for Messi is I just don't know. Messi is, I would like to see what Messi can do, because I think Messi is still, as you said, influencing games to a very high degree already. So for me with Messi is that Messi and Barca is a no. So I'll just like to, because if Messi stays at Barcelona, then the guy is having a joke unless they buy a Haaland, which is the key. Thanks for that, dog, bro. YSK Jackson, man, talk to me, man.
No, my good.
No, it's still messed up. It's still messed up. You have to maybe come out and come back in. It's still messed up.
Vehicle, I'm using the Siberia Wi-Fi.
Abdullah, you mute your mic and finish your tea. YSK, talk to me.
You know what it is. Yeah. First things first. You, and this includes you, HH. You new age dick riders needs to like chill on the whole end of everything.
Pause.
Hold on. You need to chill on the whole end of everything. And you know what it is, yeah? I'm glad you said at the start. Could this be the beginning of the end? Now, that's a different argument. Which I can ride with. Because they are declining, and you can see that clearly. However, if you leave Lewandowski aside, those two are still in the running for the golden shoe. Forget about Lewandowski for a minute. I think they're both on 20 goals, I think.
And we're counting penalties as goals.
Of course, yeah, they're goals, right?
Okay.
Are they not goals?
Nope.
They're not goals?
Me. No. Score from open play. Dud. Degree of difficulty.
You don't count penalties as goals?
Not to the same degree. I mean, they're goals technically, but I give more kudos to when you score from open play. If most of your goals are penalties, I'm going to look at you funny.
So how many? Okay, all right. So we're gonna forget that you ever said that and move on.
Okay.
End of an era is not an end of an era. It is the beginning of the end for me, because what's this? The first time since 04, 05 they've been knocked out in the round of 16, and I'd say the real end would be we have to talk about that conversation after the World Cup. Because let's be real, for both of these, the 2022 World Cup is probably the last World Cup they'll ever play.
Can you just remind me, how old is Cristiano going to be at the next World Cup?
38,
39?
37.
37, sorry.
37, yes.
But my thing is, bro, why didn't you just retire? Like, why bother turning up for a World Cup at age 37? Do you know how much stuff you could do? You've got an amazing family, you're a great brand, and so forth. Just retire. Like,
AJ, Ronaldo has listened to you after his 36
Abdullahi, YSK is talking. Abdullahi, finish your tea.
He said after the World Cup 2022, I am retiring from football.
Finish your tea. YSK Jackson, can you please continue?
See, I feel like you're begging him to go to the MLS because you don't want him sniffing that Champions League ever.
No, that's it.
And you are, yes, it is. It's exactly the reason why you don't want him anywhere near it. You don't want him.
No. Okay.
The only reason why, because you know, while he's active, he still has a chance. Because you know what he's like.
Okay, so but YSK. So if you look at both of their performances in both of their games, which do you think is more worrying?
If you want to base it off 2 games, then yeah, Cristiano is more worrying than Messi.
Sorry. Oh, but you still believe that Cristiano still has something, despite his.
You can't be so reactionary over 2 games. These were 2 legs where, and you're
against
saying
FC Porto. 10-man
but you're-
Porto.
All right, you're saying it as if this was Team Cristiano against Porto. This was Juventus against Porto.
And he was the worst player on the pitch.
Undisputed. Continue, YSK.
So you can't. I don't. Again, beginning of the end. Yes, I do believe this is the beginning of the end, and I think the people who are almost in denial of that and still think they're the peak at their powers, best player in the world, and this stop that. Let's not go that far. You can make an argument for Messi because, as you saw in that game, he hustled in that game. Messi hustled in that game. But best players in the world, that shit is slowly fading away. And beginning of the end, yes. Don't call it the end of an era because it isn't. But for
Messi, what do you make of him missing such a crucial penalty? I mean,
see, that's the thing, isn't it? And I think if his international career is done after the World Cup. And that really depends on also how he does in the Copa America. Because the dude retired in the last one when he messed up. That was his reaction.
2016.
Yeah, the dude retired instantly. So if they mess this up, if Argentina mess up, forget the Copa for a second. They go to the World Cup, they mess that up. He's retiring. We know that. I mean, there's no way he's going to carry on to the next World Cup. Cristiano, you can't really say because the dude could still probably play into his 50s. You don't know because.
Whoa! YSK.
The guy is a freak of. The guy is a freak of nature.
YSK. If he wanted to,
he could.
This is me as a friend because Cristiano is one of my favorite players of all time, and because he's one of my favorite players of all time, this is my advice for him. I don't want you to get a serious injury. My humble advice is you have broken records. Your Champions League goal scoring record is going to stand the test of time. You have redefined the goal scoring. My advice is you don't need to go to that World Cup. Chill out, take it easy, call it a day, and you can look back and say, you know what? I have a great legacy here. I don't need to turn up for the World Cup. That would be my humble advice. Wilson, can you mute your mic, please? Wilson, can you mute your mic, please? Everyone mute your mics. Everyone mute your mics. Everyone mute your mics.
I have a question for JK.
No. YSK, keep on talking. YSK, keep talking.
YSK Jackson.
No, there's not. YSK, keep talking.
See, I think after this World Cup, he's done as well. He shouldn't compete after this World Cup in terms of internationally. Club-wise, he can do whatever he wants. MLS, like you said, he can join Beckham in his old situation in Miami. But international-wise, I think he will be finished. I think he said it in an interview as well. This is his last World Cup. I'm pretty sure he said it.
I told HH, after the 36 years birthday, he said it. 2022 is my last World Cup. He said it already publicly. It's going to be my last World Cup.
Yeah, he's already said it. So this is...
he said it already. He's retiring in HH. Your wish as far as come true. Cristiano Ronaldo is retiring in 2022 World Cup, so it's over.
Here's the thing, the dude, you know about his mentality, right? His mentality is win at all costs. This is his last World Cup, last chance. He's gonna be all in for this shit. And if that Portuguese team turns up, and that Portuguese team is only getting better, and by late next year.
So my thing is this, that if he gets a serious injury at that World Cup, basically all of you guys are to blame. That's a bit because you're not worried about guys' well-being. He's been playing for so long. He's put so much of an effort. I think that for his well-being,
put so much of effort. You know what? Yeah.
Okay. Wait, round off because I'm going to come to more.
Not an end of an era. The beginning of the end. The real end of era will be decided after the World Cup.
So you think for both of them, both Messi and Cristiano, after 2022, they'll retire?
Definitely from international duties.
Club-wise,
I mean, Cristiano can play on to his 40s. I don't know about Messi. Messi's still young. So, I don't know.
No, young. Wait, he's what? Is he 34,
33?
33 now. It's 33 now.
Okay. Okay, yes, he probably has another three years left.
Whether it's at Barcelona or not, I don't know. I don't think he should stay, personally.
Where should he go then? If before I come to more, where should he go if you were advising him, Messi?
I'd say go to PSG and prove yourself there. Not in League On.
Okay.
In the Champions League. because I don't think going to City proves anything. That team, what's he gonna do? Go to City and just dominate the Premier League as well?
Okay.
But
I
if
think
he goes to the
if
if
he
he goes
leads
to the team that
Wait. Easy. Okay.
sorry.
More. Let's.
Him-
Okay.
him
Yeah, I
leading
want
him leading Messi leading City to titles, it doesn't mean as much as him leading PSG, providing they don't do anything in this year's competition. If Messi can lead PSG to a Champions League, that's like your whole narrative about Cristiano leading Juventus to a Champions League. I think they're
Okay.
both.
Okay. Mo, talk to me, man.
All right. For the record, I just want to state that the only reason HH doesn't want Cristiano to play in the 22 World Cup is because he knows that Portugal have a hell of a
That's a
team.
lie.
And
That is a
if
lie. I only
Cristiano-
care about his well-being. I
And
only care
if
about his well-being. That's it.
If Cristiano wins the World Cup, HH will have to create a very uncomfortable video. That's the only reason he doesn't want Cristiano to appear in 22. I just want to state that for the record.
All lies. I'll continue.
Anyways, I'll continue. I agree with. Sorry, I don't remember your full name, but it was whimsical something.
Whimsical
You guys
thoughts.
are being. Yep, sorry, that's it. Whimsical thought. You guys are being too reactionary. Look,
Did you see
Ronaldo had
Cristiano's
an awful
performance in
tie.
those two games?
I'm telling you, Ronaldo
Okay.
had an awful tie. But like YSK said, I think it was YSK who said it, it's Juve versus Porto. And people say Cristiano was the worst guy on the pitch because, he's the star name who's supposed to show up. But there were plenty worse than Cristiano, okay? So that's like he was bad. I'm not saying he was good, but he wasn't the worst.
Name them.
Undisputed.
Name them. Okay, Chesney, Cuadrado.
Because of one mistake.
One
Cuadrado?
mistake that cost them a goal. Sorry,
Who-
actually,
who-
Cuadrado wasn't that bad, but Chesney definitely.
Who were the two players who jumped in that wall and turned their backs? Continue. Carry on.
When was the last time?
Carry on.
All
the
three of
wall
them
didn't jump on a free kick? When
More
was the last time
carry
the
on.
wall
More. I
didn't
didn't say
jump on a
anything.
free
More. I
kick?
said nothing.
No,
nothing
you
more.
did.
I didn't say anything
I'm
more. I
not
didn't
gonna
say anything.
ignore
Carry
it.
on.
You did,
Carry
and
on,
I'm not
carry
gonna
on.
ignore it. Anyways, honestly, I don't know why Juve didn't have anyone laying down behind the wall. I mean, teams do that all the time today, but whatever. It's in the past now. I don't think it's fair at all to say that Cristiano is done. I think first of all, like from his perspective, Cristiano, like we all know, he has a big ego. He doesn't want to go out like this. I highly doubt that he wants to go out like this. So I feel like he's gonna give it at least one more shot, just at least to save face and go out.
Wait.
in a
Matilda,
better
you've
look.
already gone. He's won how many? 5 Champions Leagues. You've already done it. Retire.
Okay, but
you have a
but
great
the thing
career.
is,
What
he
the
does. He
World
does.
Cup
I'm
is
not
just World Cup.
disagreeing. No, I'm talking about the Champions League specifically. Like, you're right. He's done a lot, and it's a great career in the Champions League he's had. But people are gonna remember this. Like, people remember how you leave. They don't remember, the entire thing. At least in the immediate impact. It's like that guy in Batman says, you either die the hero or live long enough to become the villain. I think he doesn't want to be the villain. He wants to have a heroic exit. So I think he'll give it one more shot. In terms of him returning to Real Madrid, for him it would be a perfect scenario. But for Real Madrid, like bad move, honestly, because like he's done a lot for the club, but that's a lot of wages, and that's money that you could be spending on Mbappe or Haaland potentially. So why waste your money on Cristiano? So I don't see it, honestly. I don't see it happening.
But with Messi, do you think it's time he moves? And this may sound harsh, but it's time that he moves to a club where he's not the main man, and key responsibilities can be given to other players. Because my argument is PSG. If there is a key penalty and so forth, Messi, we love you, you're amazing. I don't want you taking a clutch penalty. I want Neymar taking that clutch penalty. So do you think this is an argument of, you know what? Go to a place where not everything revolves around you. You can actually defer to players on your level who are perhaps more clutch than you.
Here's the thing. When Neymar was at Barca, he took key penalties, but Messi was still the main man. We all knew it. Do you really expect?
How can you be the main man but you're not taking key penalties?
Wait, you're telling me that when Neymar was at Barca, he was the main man?
This is the issue. This is why Neymar left. Because
Yeah,
Neymar is that who was the most clutch in the miracle at Camp Nou?
Neymar.
But
Yeah.
why is the focus on homeboy who didn't want to take the penalty?
Exactly.
You took the
That's
penalty
why I'm
earlier in the
saying.
game, but when it comes to money time, squeaky bomb time, you get the penalty to a freaking Neymar.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why I honestly don't think Messi wants to go anywhere where he's not the main man. Messi, like people keep saying he's so unselfish and whatnot. And there's no unselfish football players, at least top players, they all have an ego. Messi, his legacy, the career he's had, he doesn't want to go away and be like the second guy, like depending on Neymar. He doesn't want this on his resume. He doesn't want people to say Messi rode Neymar's coattails to a Champions League trophy. He doesn't want that. Even though I think he should do it, but I don't see him doing it. He's not going to go to a team unless he's the main man. Whether that's City, that's PSG, I don't know, but he wants to be the main man. He wants to be under that spotlight.
If this is true what Messi is saying, I'll say Messi, you are greatly mistaken. Because Messi, because my thing, because I also said to myself, what do you want? And I believe I know what he wants because he told us he wants another Champions League. If you want another Champions League, you will have to take a little bit of a backseat. Of course, based on your amazing talents, you will still have a profound effect. But imagine how dangerous a Messi will be where he's just part of something. So he goes to PSG. Yeah, Bob, I'm hearing a bit of ruffling from you more. So you go to a PSG where Neymar is that dude. He's doing all of the legwork and so forth. But when Neymar needs some assistance, Messi is there to provide. But when it comes to money time, clutch time, you can look at Mbappe, you can look at a Neymar. I don't think in 2021, moving forward, a team relying on Messi can lead it to a CL because he's shown that, as Wilton said, the most talented league player that we've ever seen. Money time, clutch time, I don't want him.
See, I completely agree with you, HH. I completely 100% agree with you. But what I'm saying, I'm trying to step in Messi's shoes and try to anticipate how he's gonna think. Like, even though I completely agree with you, I don't think Messi thinks that way. I think the way Messi looks at it is, I'm arguably the greatest player of all time. I'm sure that he believes that he's the greatest player of all time. So I'm the greatest player of all time.
He'd be wrong, but continue.
I mean, every top player is gonna say that about himself, though. But anyways. Let's not debate about that. It's not the point now. But anyways, he's going to be like, I'm one of the greatest players of all time. I've done so much. I've proven my quality over almost 20 years now. I don't want to go somewhere and take the back seat. I want to stay the main man. Now, he may not be like, if he goes to PSG, he may not be like doing everything like he does in Barca, but he's still going to be the main man in my opinion. Or at least that's what he's going to want. So, back to the main question, is it the end? I agree with YSK. It's the beginning of the end. It's not the end yet. I still think we're going to see Ronaldo in the Champions League next season. I still think we're going to see Messi, whether that's with Barca or elsewhere, I'm not sure.
Do we see either of them in a CL final before they retire?
It really depends. If Messi stays with Barca, no. If he jumps ship to the team that beat him, then maybe. City, maybe. But Barca, definitely not. For Ronaldo with Juve, again, definitely not. If he somehow pulls off a move back to Real Madrid, then maybe. I'm not sure, but there is a bit of more of a chance than with Juve. And yeah, I think. Sorry, what was your other question? Didn't you have another question?
No. That was just my main thing was just how. Because you pretty much answered it, which is that, do you think this is the end or not? And what did these guys do? What did these guys do based on how they've exited, where they are in their careers right now, specifically where they are at their clubs right now? Because Juventus, it's a freaking mess with homeboy Andrea. Barcelona needs a lot of revamping.
Yeah, I just want to say, I think with Ronaldo, if he can't go back to Real Madrid, so he has one more year in his contract with Juve. If he can't go back to Real Madrid, play out your contract in Juve, give it one last shot next season, play the World Cup, and then go to the MLS or retire from football. Just give it at least one last shot if he can't find a move to another top team in Europe.
Okay. Let me just take a few of these dubs and then we can be on our way. So, all right. All right. From Alex B, who says, "Thank you for the dub. Chelsea won the CL on penalties. Guess that doesn't count for HH. Alex B, it's called DOD, degree of difficulty. Taking a penalty at the Allianz Arena with all the pressure upon you makes that penalty value a lot more. Penalties during a league season and so forth against Elche, Evian FC, and Pescara doesn't count." From Sam Jovi, thank you for the dub, who says, "Barcelona did not need Messi in their prime. That team was the core of a Spain team that went 52 unbeaten, won World Cup, 2 Euros without playing strikers. Messi couldn't lead a star-studded Argentina to anything. Sam Jovi, you're smoking crack cocaine." Yes, that Spain team formed the core of a World Cup and 2 Euros. Without Messi, they're not that successful. They're successful, they're not that successful. Messi was the key cherry on top for them to be. The way Barcelona beat up guys and so forth, and the way they outplayed guys was to a higher degree, specifically with the danger of Messi, than what, let's say, Spain did it in 2010, or even what Spain did it in 2008. Don't disrespect Messi's value to Barcelona. Yes, it was also the Spain team, but do not disrespect his value to Barcelona, man. What's it called? Let's bring in this boy, Undisputed, man.
First of all, I'm shocked that Machine is actually showing his face after Sean gave birth to him in the Ronaldo versus Messi debate. Anyway, Cristiano, this guy looks absolutely finished. He is done. He is absolutely finished. No amount of penalties and tap-ins can change my mind.
Easy.
I've
Be
seen him
respectful.
play.
Be respectful. Be respectful.
I have seen him play. He looks awful. If his name wasn't Cristiano and you saw this guy play, you'd be like, why is this guy not in the Canadian Premier League? Why is this guy still in a top 5 league?
Relax. Undisputed, relax.
I'm joking, guys. Don't go too hard on me, chat. I'm joking. A little bit. No, Cristiano does still have a great chance at an international trophy.
The guy is a Canadian Premier League. I am done.
Look, miss.
Like, especially with Bernardo, Fernandez, João Felix, Diaz, Cancelo, I know you're worried. I know you think about this every night just before you go to sleep. I know how worried you are, man. You don't want to admit it, but it's scaring you.
I think different thoughts before I go to sleep. But continue though.
I know.
Okay, just talk.
Yeah, especially. But I don't know if anyone's aware of this, but Ronaldo can't actually play in the MLS because of some lawsuit. But anyway, that's why I suggested the Canadian Premier League. You can go to Edmonton FC or Atletico Ottawa. I'm looking at it here. These are all good teams that he can potentially lead to success in Canada.
Undisputed, anyway. Cristiano Ronaldo is not touching the Canadian Premier League. Have some respect. Please be respectful. Continue.
Undisputed, tell him African football and you should come to an MPF and Nigerian Premier League Football League. Nasarawa United.
Undisputed, can you keep talking, please? Thank you.
Messi is still the equal best player in the world, in my opinion, even in 2021, equal with Neymar.
Okay.
If we saw him, if we saw him at PSG, you would see he's still better than Mbappe. Even now, you would see the ability, everything.
Does he have a World Cup?
I think he can win a Copa though.
Has he scored in a World Cup knockouts?
No,
has he scored in the Copa America final? Yeah.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah,
but
last I checked, Mbappe was the one who dropped the hat trick.
No. I'm talking ability-wise. I still think.
Who cares about ability if you're not winning anything?
Undisputed.
Wait, no.
You talk like Sean.
Keep talking.
You talk like Sean sometimes. Sean worship Lionel Messi up and down from morning to night. All he would say is, he has ability, he has it. And I keep patting Sean. Can you tell me what he has one time? Internationally, doesn't matter. What? You can't tell me Lionel Messi is a GOAT without no World Cup. I am done with that conversation.
I didn't call him a GOAT. I just said ability-wise.
Sean said that. Sean.
No. Okay, look. Forget that. So Undisputed. Let's focus on the matter at hand. Where they are at right now. So if you were advising them and so forth, and you want to say, all right, because first of all, do you believe that they can still win a Champions League before they retire?
Messi, yes. Go to PSG. That's what my advice would be to him.
So you believe that if he goes to PSG, he can win a Champions League?
Yes. I think, yeah. If he Imagine PSG with Messi playing where Icardi is. Guy, you know you would win. Or even
So no. It sounds great on paper, but the Galacticos sounded great on paper as well, and
think-
they didn't completely dominate Europe. So they still have Pochettino as a manager. So as good as it is, there is no guarantee.
Yeah, they do need a stronger midfield, though. But otherwise, I do think it's possible. As for Cristiano, I mean, listen, Canada is one of the best countries in the world when
Undisputed.
it comes to like economic prosperity and happiness. So I'm just saying, like, I'm just suggesting, I'm just putting it
Put
out
some
there.
respect on Canada's name, man. Come on, you're offending my flag.
Yeah. Come on, let's say undisputed. Come on, relax, bro. Okay, just come on. Be respectful, man.
Undisputed,
At
I've been
least
to
I'm
Canada
not-
once. And I won't lie. Everything you said is true. I've been to there once. I
Okay.
won't lie.
Abdullah,
Abdullah,
mute
you
your
live
mic.
there.
Abdullahi's
bro, come on.
backing me up on this.
Look, Canada is a great place to live, but not a great place
Ottawa,
to play
there's
football.
Ottawa. There's so many places. Ottawa.
Wait,
There's so
on
many
this
places.
undisputed. Please keep talking, guys. Mute your mics.
No, but I prefer to judge players by ability. I still think Messi's equal best. I don't believe this nonsense about Lewandowski. You can't.
Okay. So how many? So you seem to be on the Messi train. How many more years do you think Messi has then, or still being at a high level? 3, 4, 5?
2024, I think. By then, that after that it gets tricky. But I still think up until then, maybe 3 years.
So you think 2024 World Cup will be his last major tournament?
Copa America. There's no World Cup in 2024.
Oh, sorry. So 2024 Copa America will be his last major tournament.
After that, he's probably either goes back to Argentina or he just retires altogether, or he goes to Canada. Also possible, but I'm just putting it out there. I think.
What's with you and Canada, man?
Yeah. No.
Do you live in
Look.
Canada? Undisputed. Do you live in Canada? Why is this with Canada?
Okay, no.
Undisputed. Do you think he retires if he fails to win the World Cup next year?
Internationally?
Yeah. Messi.
Yeah, I think he would retire either way. But the thing is, I don't think the World Cup is realistic. Copa America is realistic. Argentina
Isn't
doesn't
there a
have.
Copa America this summer?
Yeah,
but
there is.
we're gonna win it
there is.
again. We're gonna win it
there
again.
is.
Messi's not sniffing it.
Okay. So wait. So let me just take a view of this job. So from your boy Lost Coach Neros, man. So who is an Atleti fan? We'll meet you on Wednesday. Still winning La Liga, but God, we are making it hard. Lost Coach, it's looking very, very tricky indeed, man. From Sam Jovi, thank you for the dub. Lewandowski in that Barca would still shed blood.
No, he doesn't.
False. That's
Listen, okay, here's a simple rule.
Why
guys.
not?
Here's a very simple rule in football. If you can't dribble, you can't be the best player in the world. Very
Who
simple.
made up that rule? Wait, I'm
I did.
confused.
I did
Oh,
today.
who's undisputed?
Wait, what did you say?
The
Okay,
best
no.
Hangout member of all time, voted by HH.
Look, we're moving from here. Okay, Abdullah, talk to me, man. The status of Messi and Cristiano now, man. What do you think?
This scenario is flipping my brain upside down because I keep hearing people telling me Messi is the GOAT, Ronaldo is the GOAT. I say, wait, chill.
Abdullah, I'm going to ask the question again. Abdullah, at no point did I ever mention the word GOAT.
No,
I'm
not talking about you.
Abdullah, I don't care. I don't want to hear the GOAT. This is not a GOAT conversation. This is a conversation about they both got bounced out in the CL knockout stuff for the first time since 05-06. How many more years do you see from Cristiano and Messi at the top level? Do you believe either of them can either enter a CL final, or do you think either of them still has one more Champions League victory before they retire?
I think Messi has like two. I can say 2 years with Messi. Maybe Ronaldo like 1 year, depending on this club he wants to go to. But I think Messi actually has like 2 years. If he goes to PSG, I can say him do well because Neymar has been shouting for so many months now. I want Messi in PSG. I want Messi. There's a reason he said he want Messi. So I can see him going to PSG and actually winning the Champions League. And as for Ronaldo, it depends on which club he goes to, either Real Madrid or PSG. It depends on which club he goes. I think he has like 1 or 2 years in it. But this is, I think this actual conversation of the entire GOAT era is over. To be, I think we need to chill a little bit on both of them, especially Leo and Ronaldo, because We can't tell them it's over now when there's still World Cups, when there's still Copa America. So what if one of them wins the World Cup and Copa America? The era is not over. So it's not over. So we need to chill a little bit about this era of our. I understand nobody wants to see Ronaldo, Messi anymore. It's Kylian Mbappe, Alan. I get that, but there's still World Cup, there's still Copa America, and for people who are calling, people are calling Messi and Ronaldo. I keep telling you guys, there's a difference between greatest player and one of the greats. There's a difference between that. If you want to have a conversation about greatest player, you have to go to Maradona, Pele. Those are the players that have done it both club level and international level. Leo has only done it in club level. Internationally, it's class A for me. It's flop for me. So I don't want to have any conversation about him being the GOAT yet. If you can't even show us, the fans, that you have an international trophy for me.
So how many? So you see that? Does Messi deliver an international tournament bid before he finishes, or no? Yes or no?
I don't think he would deliver.
Either.
What?
So he wouldn't deliver either a Copa or a World Cup.
I don't think it would. You know why? Because I think Messi lacks something called mentality. As a player, you need that. When you are a captain, you need that aura as a captain that, yes, I need. If you look at Ronaldo, when Ronaldo play, he commands respect and he commands that mentality. You know he's a winner. He wants to win. Messi doesn't have that ability in him. Messi, when the team is down, Messi is always down with that team. But when you see Ronaldo, when the team is down, he always brings the team back. That is a mentality as a captain, in which Messi is lacking. He doesn't have it. So for me, he can't even win the Copa America when there's Brazil there, when there's Chile there, there's Costa Rica, when they want to win the Copa America. It's not possible. If you look at the national team now in the Copa America and the World Cup, there's Portugal, there's France, there's Belgium. There are so many teams in that World Cup that he can't even, Argentina team can beat. How on earth is he gonna win the World Cup?
So Cristiano, do you think there's a strong chance that he delivers a World Cup before?
He can even win this year. He can win it.
Euro.
But yeah, Portugal has a very damn good team in Euro and the World Cup coming up. Bruno, Diego Jota, João Felix. They have so many players that can. All Ronaldo needs to do is score goals. He has so many creative players around him. Just give him the ball, let him score the goals. He will score. The most scary part about it is if Ronaldo wins the World Cup, don't show up anymore. I'm begging you. That is the most scary part because he has so many talented players around him that can make him score goals. So that's why I say this year Copa America, he has 100% chance of winning it because there are so many players around him that can make him. They will know, Ronaldo, we want to win this. You have this chance to win it. Yes, for you. So if that's it.
Okay. Damien, talk to me, man.
Yeah. Wait, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. To be honest, I don't really think, with this era. I mean, I'm kind of glad it's coming to an end. It's been quite a long time since, we had, other players coming into the fold. But I feel like with Cristiano, it's nothing like, it's not bad that, you're coming to the end because, like, as you can see, the players on your wall, like all of them came to the end of their career. Dino, he was in the Mexican League. I forgot where Zidane was. Pirlo was in the MLS. So it's nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, it happens to the best of us. Messi, I mean, him too. I mean, I do think he's declining a bit. I think he has, probably 2 seasons max. But, you can obviously see that on the pitch, they're not influencing games as they used to, when they're in their prime. But it happens to all players, legends of the game. So there's nothing to be ashamed of.
So how long do you see this guy still okay, what do you think they both need to do to maybe give one more Champions League? What move do they need to do? Stay, move, and to move to which club?
Cristiano, I think he does have to leave Juve, but at the same time, I don't feel like a team would want him, if that makes sense, because you can obviously see that, against Porto, I mean, he didn't really do much, only with that assist, but that was pretty much it. And with Messi, I mean, he can still give you things on the pitch, depending on who gets him, depending on if he signs a new contract. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on
Alright.
these two guys.
Amar, talk to me, man.
About Messi and Ronaldo.
Yeah. Actually, let me start with this. Would you want Messi at PSG?
Of course. Messi, Mbappe, Neymar. Hey, I have a dream, and that dream is to get those three playing together. I think we should just get the CL in the beginning of the season because it's a guaranteed CL. If it has those three,
No, it's not. No, it's not. Ahmad, it's not. Relax. Have some respect for the competition. No.
But
If Messi signs, Mbappe leaves, bro.
no, I don't think so because I actually read some reports that we are saving money for Messi. So that's like out of the plan. So let's see what's happened. Right now, Laporta is there, so they have a good relationship with Messi. But in terms of if they're finished or not, I think CR7 are finished right now because I am a believer of the eye test. And when I watched Ronaldo this season, he has been garbage. And not in the sense of that he doesn't score goals, because he does score goals and he's good at heading, at tap-ins and penalties. However, he is a ghost in games. He doesn't influence anything on the pitch. Sometimes I watch the Juventus games, I wonder, where's Ronaldo? Is he on the bench? Is he sick? Is he injured? And I watch this team sheet and he's playing. So for me, I think and it's not a bad thing because, you know, when I say these things about Ronaldo, it's not me hating. It's just the guy 3 years ago had such a high ceiling that if you compare that ceiling with Real Madrid now, I think he's finished in terms of being one of the best in the world. Is he done? Like, should he go to the MLS? No, because I think he can do a job at United or even Chelsea or a team like that. So he's not finished in that term. But as
Wow, wait. I mean, chief. Yeah. No. Stop that.
We all know that Cristiano is great at tap-ins and Werner is shit at
I know we need this striker.
HH's eyes
his
eyes lit up. HH's eyes lit up.
But I didn't say that he will go to Chelsea. It was just an example. He will still do a job in all the teams he played for. But as terms of being one of the best, I don't think so. I agree with Undisputed. I think still Messi is the best player in the world in term equal to Neymar. Mbappe is not better, guys. I don't know what you guys have been watching. How is Mbappe better than Messi? Even right now. And if you watch Messi in the Barcelona games, he's so good. Like, not in goal scoring wise like he was before, but how he influenced the game. The second assist he makes, the great through balls, key passes. He's still a top player. And you can say that the quality that lacks in Barcelona lets him down because we saw it against PSG. Dembele can't shoot. And Messi was the best player on the pitch. So in terms of that, I think Messi still has it, and I think he should come to PSG if he wants to have ambitions.
But what do you make of that penalty miss? You know, because again, this is what I was saying to Mo, that do you think that it would be advisable for Messi to, let's say he goes to a PSG and you know what, the world shouldn't revolve around me. I don't have to be the guy. So if there comes a clutch penalty, give it to Neymar, who you know has the character to put away a key penalty. So
yeah, Neymar is sick at penalties, but I will ask you this, HH. Do you think Mbappe will be one of the best players in the world, like in the future or even in the near future?
I'm not sure.
My point was that would you trust him to take penalties, Mbappe?
More than Messi, yes.
No, because I can tell you, by watching Mbappe taking penalties, the guy is garbage at penalties. So penalties isn't like, if you care so much about penalties, you should freaking sign Cristiano Ronaldo, because that guy is a god at penalties. But him missing one penalty against PSG doesn't make him bad out of the sun, because Mbappe is also shit at penalties, and I think he's one of the best players in the world. And I don't know why guys.
Yeah, like it's that's what I found weird, because people were like, "Oh my gosh, he's missed a penalty. Oh, he's now failed." I'm like, did you miss the goal of the season he scored? Did you miss how he was easily the best player on the pitch? Because the funny thing is that he did the difficult thing, which is scoring that crazy goal. but he was not able to do the easy thing. I don't care when people now trying to tell me that penalty is a hard thing. No, penalties are easy. They're hard if it's under a pressure situation, but the actual skill of taking a penalty for a top player is easy.
Yeah, I agree with you. And
AJ,
the thing
I
with
think-
the,
I swear you just contradicted yourself.
I want to say
Ahmad.
the thing with you guys talked about international things with Messi and Ronaldo. I personally think international trophies are so overrated. I don't care if
what?
Messi doesn't, because
Easy.
the World Cup, European Cups, it's all about passion merchant. The teams with a lot of we have seen it. Iceland going through, even Sweden last season going far, because there was passion and good vibes throughout the teams and good how to say it, links between the players. But it's so overrated. You should judge a player more on playing consistently with a team and building.
It's
the
overrated, but yet Messi retired because he couldn't win anything with Argentina, and it's overrated because he gave up. He saw how hard it is.
Achievement-wise, it's big. Achievement-wise for a country is big. But if you want to judge a player just based on he hasn't won a World Cup, for me that's crazy.
But that's the pinnacle of football, though, isn't it? The World Cup. It's the big shit. That's where the entire globe watches it. Watch you play.
That's why I said achievement-wise is one of the best things. But if you want to judge a player based on the World Cup, no.
See, that depends on if you're calling them the best of all time or the greatest of all time.
Yeah, because I'm not like HS. I'm not obviously I'm from Brazil. Obviously, the World Cup is a big thing for us, but I'm not like HS. I'm actually fair with it. Like, for example, I don't expect a player like Ibra to win a World Cup, but you have to perform at least at the World Cup. You can't be trashed at the World Cup. Then once the World Cup is over, you go ahead and stat pad with your club. You have to show up in the big
No. See, what I've always said is, this is with Messi and Cristiano. Ibra, my beef is Ibra as a mate. You've not even made a CL final. If Ibra gave me some Champions Leagues, you've done what you can because you play for Sweden. Messi, you play for a country who have won the World Cup twice and have been beaten finalists twice. So therefore, they have the ability to win a World Cup. Cristiano, you play for a country who won the Euros. So therefore, the strongest and the best team at the Euros beating the eventual World Cup winners. So therefore, your team is good enough to win a World Cup if you're the best team in Europe. So my thing is that Cristiano and Messi, you have no excuse because you play for teams that kind of win the World Cup. There you go.
Hey, Ronaldo can win the Euros this season and the World Cup the year after. Messi will still be better.
Yeah, but Messi won't be the GOAT, though. Cristiano will be the GOAT.
You'll be the greatest. Messi will be the best, as in the best footballer, if we're talking just footballer.
Yeah, the best footballer. But
as in the greatest of all time, in terms of a legacy, there's no one even that comes close.
Okay. So, Moj, sorry, Ahmad, just round off then. So, where do you see this all ending? So, do you see this ending for Cristiano in MLS, in Portugal, in Real Madrid? Messi, do you see it ending for him in PSG, going back to Argentina? How do you think they sort of have a footnote to their careers?
After this season or in the future?
Future, next 2-3 years.
Ooh. Cristiano. I could see a team like United or Real Madrid, as you said. Yeah, because
United.
Because United, they're all about the big signings, the signings that will make the club money. And Ronaldo is the perfect signing if you want to make some money for the club. And Real Madrid because he wants to go there himself. So out of those two, I don't know. Maybe he's still because Juventus, they have a problem with money right now. So I think they want to offload Cristiano. Hence why they put the price tag at 25 million. In terms of Messi, I have the feeling that he's coming PSG this season. And if he comes, we can witness one of the greatest front line of all time. I'm not even joking.
What's greater than MSN?
Possibly. No. It would because Neymar is in his peak right now. Neymar is in his peak. Neymar in his peak, and Mbappe coming up the ranks, and Messi is just being Messi. So we don't know, HH. Maybe two Champions League, maybe 3. We don't know.
Relax, chill. Relax.
What do you think are the chances of them two playing together before they end their career?
Who?
Messi and Cristiano.
Happen. It will never happen.
No, it's never happening. Never happening.
Do you think it will never happen?
No,
Maybe an
it's never
All-Star
happening.
game.
Yeah, in a team, no, never happening. Bad Meets Evil, talk to me.
Teacher, I want to say something before you go.
No.
Please, let me
Shh,
just.
no, just shush, no. Bad Meets Evil, talk to me.
All right, guys, can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you. Go for it.
Cool. Yeah, I think there's been some good points made. I mean, I suppose on the Messi Ronaldo, them two, I think we're not quite there yet in terms of them coming to the end of the dominance, but we're very close, I would say, especially if you consider, maybe not us as the street, as you like to call it, HH, but the average person in football. Have considered them probably for the last decade to be, the two standout players, whether you agree with that or not, above everyone else. I think that we are coming very close to the end. I suppose, you can split it, of course, into the two situations: the club situation in the, club football, and then, on the international stage. I think Messi's got it. Is more suited. I think it's more suited for Messi to potentially, win, some extra Champions Leagues, at least one in the next maybe 3 or 4 years. I think he's, we take into consideration his age, etc. I think, I reckon he could. Especially if he was to, for example, if he was to go to PSG, I mean, Christ,
So would you advise him? So if you were advised, because I want to just say, let's say you're in an advisory role for Messi and Cristiano. So if you're advising Messi, what do you think would be the wisest thing for Messi to do? Wait and see what Laporta maybe does to Barcelona, or go to Man City, or go to PSG?
I mean, you could argue that either way. I mean,
because there's only rumors. I'm hearing Haaland to Barcelona. That's what I was hearing. So should he wait and see what Laporta does? Keep the faith, or man, I don't want to risk it. Let me just go to something that's already ready-made, which is a PSG or a Man City.
Yeah, I mean, it comes back to what you've been saying recently. As a result of what's happened with Laporta. I mean, a rebuild. I mean, very much could happen, but with the amount of time that Messi's realistically got left at the top, I mean, it doesn't happen overnight, does it? And like you say, PSG is already made. It's already set up for him in terms of, currently with Barcelona, you can clearly see he's carrying the team. I mean, he's got some great youngsters around him, but he's, like we say, it's not the prime Barcelona of
one-man job.
Yeah, exactly. It's not the prime Barcelona of yesteryear with Xavi, Iniesta, etc., who could facilitate Messi's, gifts. Whereas PSG, far more suited, especially that front line. If Messi can do things by himself, but for example, he's having a game where he's not quite at it. You've got Mbappe, Neymar next to him, and then you've got Marco Verratti, who, fantastic in the middle that can, facilitate all of them, as well as other sprinklings of great players around.
So you have to give me a decision, because I want a decision on Cristiano and Messi. So if you're advising Messi, what did you do? Stay, Barca, Man City, PSG?
So I mean, it depends. In terms of what I would recommend, I would say PSG out of the three. What I think will happen, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, we don't know what goes on behind the scenes.
Cristiano then. So for Cristiano, what do you do?
Cristiano, I mean, if he...
Real Madrid, because Real Madrid is weird. Because I get what Vilton says. You don't want to go back. But my thing is, if you can squeeze one more year out of Casemiro, Modric, Kroos, maybe keep hold to Ramos, maybe these guys can go, basically like the last dance, maybe these guys can go for one go around if you just shove Cristiano in there with Benzema.
Sorry to interrupt you guys, but you know the sick thing about this? Cristiano Ronaldo at 36 still walks into our starting 11. Like he get us starting.
What do you do with Zard?
No, it's
What happens to Zard if Cristiano turns up? He takes his shirt and his position in the team.
I just want to say, like, people keep talking about Casemiro. He's not that old. He's like 28.
Yeah, it says he's only
Like,
28, bro. He's
Sorry,
only
bad.
28.
YSK Jackson is currently in the sin bin, man, for that trashy comment. Bad Miss Evil. Continue your points, please. So, Real Madrid, would you advise then, or he can't stay at Juventus, man, because it's not a good situation?
If it's I mean, the two situations, it's no comparison. Real Madrid would be the far better option if he desires to win another Champions League, which, like others have touched on here, with his ego and rightly so. I mean, he who wouldn't want to? And he has, let's put it this way, he's got the capabilities in terms of the attributes. We talk about him being having every single characteristic you could want to score goals. You put that in a team that can then facilitate him, certainly far better than his current situation at Juventus. Then, I would say that's what I would recommend for him if he has designs on winning.
Okay. Last thing before I come to Antonio, by the time they retire, does Messi have an international trophy with Argentina? Does Cristiano deliver a World Cup for Portugal by the time they retire?
It's last chance saloon, isn't it? Really. I would say, I mean, to be honest with you, if I'm being honest, I haven't looked up, too much on international football. I don't follow it too much, although I respect it massively. But I mean, from what you guys have been saying, if the Portuguese team is, what it's hyped up to be in terms of, the players that are, surrounding and potentially, one of their best teams in recent times, then, why not? It's an absolute possibility. But I mean, I don't know. It would be the end. It would be the perfect ending to the the duo's fairy tale and dominance over the last 10 years.
Okay. Antonio, talk to me.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you.
All right, so
wait. Is this Antonio Badani?
Yeah.
Ah, there he is. Okay, go for it.
All right, so in my opinion, I don't think it's the end yet. I think we're coming towards the end. I think for Cristiano, it's looking pretty bleak because that performance against Porto, that was just terrible. But he was literally dribbling the ball. It was so bad.
Anthony, Ronaldo was dunking. I've never seen that in my life. It was literally dunking, like playing in basketball.
Okay, actually,
It was so bad.
We can just pause it, guys. See, I am actually being helpful here because when you look at Messi, okay, you flopped at that penalty and so forth, but you saw a guy that, this guy still has it.
Yeah.
For Cristiano, I was like, you can't go out like this. This can't be the footnote to your career because Cristiano is like you grabbed a guy from an old folks home and said, yo, kick around with like a 50-50 because it looked bad. And for me, because he's had such an amazing career, superb career, I don't want it to end in such an ugly sense. But please continue.
All right. So anyway, what I was saying is basically, I think, and to Cristiano, like what I want to know is why did he leave Real in the first place? He had a good situation there, and I think him going to Juve has just kind of hurt a little bit of his career-wise because everyone said, oh, he carried Real and Zidane. He carried them, and it looks actually like it was the other way around. Not that they were carrying Ronaldo, more like it was a team effort, as it pretty much always is in the sport. But I think for him, he has one more year, but not at Juve. He needs to leave Juve for sure. But do I think he should go to Real? No. I think for them, like as a club standard, even though I hate him, why would you get him back? Like, he does not have that much time left. And if you have the money, get Mbappe. Get a Haaland. Get a player that's going to last you many years instead of wasting your time on a player that's pretty much at the end of his career. But I don't think he'll win a UCL again. I think 2018 was his last. And now on to Messi. I think he has maybe 2 years left, maybe 3 at max. Do I think it'll be at Barca? I'm not sure. Laporta seems that he has a good plan that can make him stay. But if if there's not a good enough plan for him to win the Champions League, then I think there's only one other team. As of right now, I think PSG are the only team I see him going to. I don't see City anymore because I think City might push for Haaland, or I think Pep might say no because Pep might want to prove himself as a manager to win the UCL on his own, which I think he does need to do.
I dare Pep to buy Messi. I dare him.
I don't want to see Man City get him anyway. I hate City. They're trash. I don't like. They're good right now. They're a trash club to me. I don't like them. But I think I think he would be good at PSG. I think at PSG though, would he be the main man? I think he still could be, but I think it could be. Maybe Messi might look at it like, you know what? I'm at the end of my career. Neymar is kind of at the peak. What if I am the second? You know, at Barca, it was my club. Neymar came into that club. As of right now, PSG is still Neymar's club. You know what I mean? No matter how you look at it, Mbappe is good, but he's still not there at that level to where he can. First off, playing style, Neymar is just better technique anyway. But off of clutchness, we saw last season that with Neymar, PSG, they did so much better and they got to the final and they need him. And when they played Barca Wednesday, they looked shaky. Mbappe, all the players looked a little bit frightened. Whereas I think.
So you're advising for Messi to go to PSG then? That would be advice.
I'm not advising that because if Laporta has a plan for Leo to stay at Barca, you know, and a Champions League incoming, he should stay there. But I think I'm not sure if that's going to happen. I know there's a lot of players that they want to get rid of, like Griezmann, Coutinho, Braithwaite, Firpo, to get some money for Haaland. But I think it's very unlikely.
They want to sell Dembele to Dembele to be sold.
Nah. Laporta wants to keep Dembele. And, you know, Messi still has some years. Like, when we saw against the PSG game, he played really well. Yes, he missed the penalty. But overall, like, he's not terrible at penalties. He can still take them. This season, he scored a lot of pens, and he scored one in the first leg anyway. I think he just fluffed it, and I'm not really sure if he was...
Okay, so let's round this off. By the time they retire, does Cristiano have a World Cup, and does Messi deliver one international trophy for Argentina?
So, I mean, depending on when he retires, let's say he retires in 2024, he has 2 chances to win a Copa America. Could be likely. Argentina have been really good in the qualifiers. They're looking better. Do I think they'll beat Brazil this year? Not sure. I don't think so, but it could happen. Do I think he'll get a World Cup with Argentina? No, I don't think it'll happen. I would love to see it happen, but I don't think it'll happen. For Cristiano, I'm not sure. I don't think Portugal will win a World Cup. I think their team is too young. I think if they do win a World Cup, it won't be with Cristiano. I think it'll be all the players who are in the team right now, they're young. In 2026, they'll have a good chance. But for the Euros, could they win it? Potentially, yes. But I'm not sure. But he could win another Euros. That's what I think.
All right. Let's move this on, man. So I want to talk about Mr. Benz. I want to come first to Wilton with this man. Benzema. He was a brick. Yes, I admit. Oh, I put him in the brick at me. I admit as a brick. And when we talk about the best strikers of this last decade and so forth, Benzema's name, it's a weird one. Because the Benzema we're seeing of the past 2 seasons isn't the Benzema we saw during the Cristiano years, the Real Madrid heyday and the three-peats. Because during that time, Benzema sort of played a very, very different role from what he played now, you know. And that's where it gets tricky because when you look at Cannibal Suarez, at his peak was when Barca had like their second peak, which was MSN. Lewandowski, people can argue that Lewandowski's peak is now. You know, The most goals he ever scored in a season was last year, and that is when they won the treble. But Benzema's peak hasn't translated to Real Madrid's peak. So Benzema showing his best self isn't coinciding with Real Madrid being the best team or them coming close to winning a CL. So that is why people are like, okay, you're good now and so forth, but why didn't you show this with Cristiano? Because again, like you look at his goal to today, he has been one of the best players in the world, for sure, 100%. So Wilton, man, Benzema, do you think that him playing a different role during those Cristiano years has sort of made it hard for people to appreciate him, and therefore people are more fond of Cannibal Suarez and Lewandowski because he is playing at his best now, but Real Madrid are not at their best, whereas Lewandowski and Cannibal, when they played at their best, Barca and Bayern Munich were at their best.
Yeah, for sure. Because at the end of the day, you are a number 9. You're supposed to score goals, and yeah, he took a back seat for Gareth Bale. Well, his first 2014 season, and Cristiano obviously almost his entire career there. But it made sense. That's the whole reason why we like Benzema. Benzema, he's not the type of guy that wants the spotlight. If he gets it, he gets it. But he took a backseat for Cristiano, and to me, Benzema is one of the most talented striker we had in the past decade, from 2009 to 2020. He's been one of the most talented. He's underrated, obviously, because he doesn't score that much goal when you compare him to Lewandowski and Luis Suarez. Obviously, if I had to, obviously the better striker in terms of striking, I think Lewandowski is better. But at the same time, though, what Benzema is doing is very incredible. Like literally, we have the worst attack in Europe. Without Benzema, our attack is pretty much useless. Because I would love to see, I'm not discrediting Lewandowski. Lewandowski is a fantastic striker, but I would love to see Lewandowski in this Real Madrid team where he has to rely on Vinicius Jr. and Fat Zone and Asensio.
Have some respect.
I would love to see.
His name is Eden Hazard.
Say it louder. Say it louder.
Fat Zone.
So you're saying that Lewandowski wouldn't score as much if he was with Eden Hazard?
No, see that's the thing. See, that's just me being a conspiracy merchant right there. I'm not trying to downgrade Lewandowski, but I'm just saying what Benzema is doing is incredible, because if Benzema doesn't play, we don't score goals. We have to rely on maybe Ramos. Well, Ramos been injured. Ramos just came back. Ramos been out since January, so today was his first game back. Casemiro is the second top scorer. If Benzema, like I said, if Benzema is injured, let's say Benzema gets injured right now, the season is pretty much wrapped up. It's over, because without Benzema, we are virgin in attack. And all I'm saying that I would love to see a Lewandowski or even now I wouldn't even say Cannibal. I wouldn't even say Suarez, because Suarez was amazing at Liverpool. I would say this Real Madrid team is better than that Liverpool team when Suarez broke, I think, the Premier League record, the goal scoring record, something like that.
But here's my thing though. If Benzema retires and he doesn't win a Champions League from now until he retires, do you think people will hold that against him?
No, because at the end of the day, we always gonna remember he won 4 Champions League. That's always gonna be.
He won, but how good was he? And was he as important as Modric, Ramos, Cristiano, or Bale?
He was important because Benzema.
No. That was my question. Was he as important as Modric, Cristiano, Ramos, or Bale? He wasn't. And also, just to be real, he is being far more respected now than he was during the Cristiano time.
Yeah, because they've seen how valuable he is to the team now.
And how good he is, because he wasn't showing this kind of football when he was in that time.
Especially last season with his playmaking IQ last season. Because like I said again, Benzema, he obviously on social media he get disrespected a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I remember there is this YouTube video I watched where they say Cristiano would have got so many assists if Benzema would have put his chances. At one point, Benzema was not. Don't get me wrong, guys. He was garbage at one point. He was bad. The guy was missing goals left and right. But again, we didn't really talk about Benzema that much because all the attention went to Cristiano Ronaldo. It was all about if Cristiano had a good game or not, or if Benzema scored or Benzema scored. At one point, it was so bad that Cristiano, I think, was giving them penalty to score because he was in a such bad goal scoring drought. But now we're seeing him without Cristiano. He's arguably, you could say, he's top three best striker in the world right now based on what he's doing. Because let's be real, every number 9 in the world right now has somebody to rely on. Kane has Son Londas, he has Sane, he has Coleman, he has Gnabry. Suarez is with Atletico Madrid. He has Joao Felix, he has Loriente. I'm not saying those are consistent goal scorers, but he has somebody to fall back onto. But with Benzema, if Benzema is not scoring goals, Real Madrid are losing. Either Real Madrid are losing the game or we're gonna draw the game. So I think Benzema has been very, very underrated. And it's I'm not. I know I'm a Real Madrid fan. I'm not even trying to be biased, but his playmaking ability is very underrated. This guy is very good at connecting plays. Like he's a pretty good. I know you're a dribbling merchant. You love dribbling players. He's very good at dribbling too. So Benzema, like this guy, if this guy gets injured, bro, like I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna literally cry. Like he's been a best player. Wait. Sorry. Antonio, what's your favorite? What club do you support, bro?
Obviously, Barca. Can you see by my freaking logo? Just wait till we win La Liga this season. Just wait.
Undisputed, talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Benzema. I honestly think his touch, his technique is better than the Cannibal, and it's better than Lewandowski. I think
you can make that argument. You can make that argument for sure.
The problem is he doesn't score anywhere near as many goals as them, so it's very difficult to make any argument about him being the best striker in the world. That's a very difficult argument to make. With Cristiano, I mean, Benzema had one really, really bad season, and that was 16-17. Because I remember him missing like so many big chances every single game. It was actually becoming embarrassing to watch at times. But otherwise, he's always been one of the best strikers in the world. Even I think he had 2 seasons, like 15-16 and 11-12, where he was pretty incredible, scored 30 plus goals even while playing as a side chick. He was scoring 30 plus goals playing as a side chick to Cristiano, no penalties, nothing like that. He still doesn't take penalties, so because Ramos takes them now, I think. So he doesn't inflate his goal tally like that.
Easy. Don't take debates. Just keep talking. Keep talking.
Oh yeah. But unfortunately for him now, I do think he's at his peak right now, but he's not winning any Champions League with this Madrid team, man. No way.
So do you think that's gonna sort of color how we look at him when we retire? Because people will be like, okay, man, Benzema was at his best when Real Madrid were never really in the kind of conversation. But when Cannibal was at his best, MSN, treble. When Lewandowski was at his best, treble, and they destroyed everyone, and he broke the goal scoring. Well, he scored a crazy amount of goals, and he won Best Player of the Year award. So it's like, Benzema, you're at your best, but if all they can give me is a La Liga, it isn't as much as what Lewandowski and Cannibal have had, which is when they were the best, they gave you a treble.
I think this argument will be really good for Lewandowski, because remember, guys, Cannibal was never the best player in his own team when they won the treble. It was always team.
He was one off, because didn't he score 40 goals that season?
He did. And as good as he was, let's be real, at the end of the day, it was still Team Messi.
It was MSN. It was MSN. It wasn't. It was those three.
Yeah, but Lewandowski, he was the highest top scorer and everything on his team of a team that won the treble, and he won Best Player of the Year. So I think it's going to be hard to make an argument for Benzema against Lewandowski. Very difficult, in my opinion. The only thing you can really say is he's won more Champions Leagues, but when you actually look at those semifinals in 17 and 18, Vilton, your club, paying referees, really questionable decisions.
Didn't Benzema score in the Champions League final? Has Lewandowski ever scored in the Champions League final? I'm just waiting on
Vilton, you just gave me traumatic flashbacks to Karius, so please don't do that again.
Undisputed. Quick side note. do you think that concussion is a fair excuse for throwing the ball to a striker a pubic hair away from you in
Yes.
a Champions League final?
Listen, okay, concussions can mess with your depth perception. They can mess with your distance perception. So maybe...
So you're now a scientist now. So what? We're now in biology class.
Yeah, what's happened here is that Karius
Oh,
thought
that was
Benzema was
physics.
20 meters away, but actually he was 2 meters away. That's what happened here, obviously.
Okay, look, continue. So Benzema, Randolph.
Great player. Top 3 striker of his generation. Arguably top 10 player of the last decade. That's a bit hard because there's been a lot, but
What?
at the end,
Top 10 player?
No, I don't think so. Actually,
No,
thinking
no,
about
no, it's not.
top 15 maybe 15. You can make an argument.
I don't.
He definitely is, because from 2010 till 2020, there's only been 3 men strikers. It's because Eto doesn't.
He said player. He didn't say strike. He said player. He said top 10 player. When I said no, you're wild. He said top. He'd be hard to get into top 20. He said a player. So this is keepers, defenders, midfielders, and so forth. So
But
yeah,
top 10 strikers for sure, though.
yeah,
Top
yeah.
3 striker.
Yeah.
Top 3.
Top 3.
Like
You can make an argument for.
Yeah.
you can't give me Aguero. That guy's a Premier League merchant.
Yeah, because Henri, Shevchenko, Eto'o were the previous decade.
Where'd you put Zlatan?
League merchant.
Behind
Forget that guy.
Benzema. Behind Benzema.
That guy's
Best
a
player of all time.
okay, wait. Let me bring in this boy. Boy Mitivo, talk to me. Benzema.
I mean Benzema. I think he's a great player in terms of he's got a bit of everything, hasn't he? In terms of, I mean, yes, he's proven that he can score goals during his time on the top stage. Decent bit of pace. Good touch, able to link up the play, etc.
How important do you think he was during the three-peats for Real Madrid? Would you say he was as important as Cristiano, Modric, and so forth, or he was a side chick?
I mean,
He scored in the final. Don't forget.
They also mute your mic.
yeah, I mean, I suppose potentially some of his work would have gone more unnoticed with the performances of the others that you've just mentioned, definitely, especially Ronaldo and Modric and how they contributed to the team, and what they did. But I mean, if you were to just analyze him, I mean, I would say he was certainly an important part of the team, and the success that Madrid have had in the last 10 years. I think as the guys have said, I mean, I don't think he'll certainly be considered in the top 3, 4, 5 strikers of the last 10 years or so. Players, no, I don't think so. I mean, I like him from what I've seen.
So if we agree that the three are him, Lewandowski, and Cannibal Suarez, is he third? Is he second, or is he top in that of those three?
Not first or second, no, because I mean, like some of the other guys here have alluded to, I mean, despite all the the other fantastic attributes that a striker would need in terms of their ability to link up and contribute assist-wise, etc., you've been bought to score goals, haven't you? You've been bought to score goals, win games, etc., and then go on to win the major honours. So I wouldn't put him ahead of those two. But third, I mean, you could absolutely make an argument for third.
Okay. YSK, talk to me.
Yo, okay. So what are we talking? We just
Benzema.
Yeah, I know, but as in like what's
so my thing is Benzema. You could argue he's one of the best strikers out right now. Do you think that? Yeah, for sure, right now. So do you think that when he retires, because he's playing his very best football, but it's not only when Real Madrid are popping off, do you think that history will be unkind to him when after he retires, people will say, okay, you played your best football, but it was not when Real Madrid were popping off. But when Real Madrid had that three-peat, you were not as good as Lewandowski or Cannibal Suarez were. So
He
how do
scored
you
in a
think?
final. Lewandowski has never scored in a final.
Ugh,
What
why is it just
what would you what what would you say before I continue? What would you say is a like in the Cristiano Messi era?
Mhm.
What would you say is a acceptable amount of goals per season for a striker?
What's it called? Because Cristiano hits 40. Lewandowski was regularly hitting 30 something. For me, as a striker, minimum 25 and above. That should be like your
Minimum
average.
25.
Yeah, that should be average 25 and above.
So with Benzema and the Real Madrid three-piece, the only season where he didn't score above 20 goals was the 17-18 season, where that was the season where he was missing everything. He had 12. He was missing everything that season, and only netted I think like 10, 12 times the whole season. So apart from that, he's netted 20 plus, 25 plus goals every season since then. But because of the shadow of Cristiano being there, he's never been appreciated for the little things that he did. He didn't score the numbers and put up the numbers that he put up, but he was crucial in so many other aspects of the game. But I think I don't think people will look at him in the same limelight as Lewandowski. Although I don't think Lewandowski has done as much as Benzema has, to be honest. If you're arguing who's a better footballer and whatnot, then you can make that conversation. But in terms of like a legacy, I think Benzema has a better legacy than.
Okay, so wait a minute. So 2009, 2010, 8 goals in La Liga. I want to just know La Liga goals. 8 goals in La Liga. 2010, 2011, 15.
But wait, back then he had Raul ahead of him. Don't forget that.
Let me read it. Let me read, my friend. 2011, 2012, 21. 2012, 2013, 11. 2013, 2014, 17.
Wait, are you looking at just La Liga goals?
Just La Liga goals.
Oh, okay.
2014, 2015, 15. 15, 16, 24. 16, 17, 11. 17, 18, 5, I believe. Yeah, 17, 18, 5. 18, 9, then 10, see, and then obviously 21, obviously in the latest one. So at no point did he ever hit 25 and above. And I only counted maybe twice as returns that he hits 20.
I was talking all competitions, not just La Liga. So
Lewandowski, I think Cannibal, I believe, hit at least 30 in that season. MSN season, I believe, because it was 40 all competitions.
Benzema hit 30 in the 18-19 season.
Bro, I'm looking at who scored here. So unless who scored is bogus, the highest tally he had was 24 goals in the 15-16
18-19?
18-19, he had 21.
No.
And 19-20,
I've looked at two pages that both had 30.
You're looking at all competitions.
Anyways. Yeah, exactly. Oh, sorry, La Liga. My bad.
See, no, because I said that Cannibal hits 40 all competitions, but in that MSN season,
right, okay, that makes sense.
30 interesting.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad. But yeah, no. I think Benzema, with the Real Madrid success, with when Cristiano was there, the little things that he did. Forget the goals for a minute. I know that's the main goal of a striker, but there was so many little things that he contributed that if only you pay attention to the game and not Cristiano when you're watching the match, that you would see that.
Oh, for sure.
Do you know that?
For sure.
Do you know what I mean? Because so many people watched Real Madrid to watch Cristiano and not the football game.
But the issue is, are we having a football conversation or a striker conversation? If you're having a footballing conversation, there are several players ahead of Benzema.
Exactly.
But if having a striker's conversation, you helping other people score doesn't look good on you as a striker.
Yeah. Yeah, but again, he's got how many? I don't know how many goals he's got. I'm pretty sure he's got 200 plus goals in his career. And again, the list of I don't know who said it, but the top 10 list of footballers in the decade, he doesn't. I don't think he even makes the top 20.
No.
But if you're talking strikers, you can definitely make an argument for the top 5.
Yeah,
I think you can definitely make an argument.
Easily.
But we'll have to see what he does this season and how he contributes towards the latter stages of the Champions League.
No, basically, I don't think this will happen. But let's just say, for argument's sake, if Benzema leads Real Madrid to a Champions League, it will. For me, I think that would change the whole context of the conversation completely.
In terms of legacy.
Yes, that is a whole different level of dud if he was able to do that. Mo, talk to me, man. Benzema. Mo. Yeah.
I think to know the value of Benzema, you just have to look at the past few weeks, today's game and last week's game. Before when Benzema was in Real Madrid, were struggling to score. Last week he comes up clutch with a huge equalizer. Today, a late brace with a brilliant second goal to keep Real Madrid in the title race. Now, you made a very important point that in Lewandowski's prime, he has Gnabry, Sane, Koeman, Muller, Kimmich, Goretzka, all those guys. Suarez, he had Messi, Neymar, Iniesta, Rakitic, Busquets, all those guys. Benzema has, Vinicius, SFT. I like those players. Like, they're decent, but they're no Messi or Neymar or Gnabry or Sane or any of those guys. So, and that's not something that should be held against Benzema. Like, you can't blame Benzema for not having the best players around him. I think the fact that Benzema led Real Madrid to a La Liga title last season with this team is very impressive. And the fact that this season, is 2 consecutively, first of all, the top scorer for the team and top assists. And he's again leading them for a title challenge. Without Benzema, Real Madrid aren't even close to Atletico. But thanks to Benzema, they're only 6 points behind now and could very well challenge for it all the way till the end. And they're still in the Champions League. Who knows what they might do in that. So for me, I remember a few weeks ago we were having a conversation about the top scorers, and I said he's top 3 scorers right now. And a lot of people were mad at me and said Lukaku. I don't think you can put a Lukaku in the same conversation as Benzema, to be honest, because of what Benzema does for Real Madrid when it counts.
No. It depends. Are you having a striker conversation or a football conversation?
Either. Look, Lukaku scores, but he scores in the small games. He doesn't score in the big games.
Lukaku hasn't been scoring in the big games. He has been, not all big games, but there are lots of games that he's either scoring or he's assisting. But he has scored a lot of.
I'm not saying he's a bad player, but when they needed him to score in the Champions League versus Shakhtar, what did he do? Nothing. Or versus Mönchengladbach, or versus Real Madrid. He didn't do anything. So look, I'm not saying Lukaku is a bad player by any means. He's a great player, but I'm saying you can't put him in the same conversation as Benzema as a player or as a striker, because Benzema, he's scoring when it's important. And when it comes to when Ronaldo was there, now look, I know the numbers may not look great, but I think Benzema had the mentality of, I want to win trophies. It's not like, I don't care if I'm scoring less as long as I'm winning trophies. And, he saw what Real Madrid's tactical plan and what they had planned for Cristiano, and he was happy to be a part of that, supporting Cristiano and then wait for his time. And when his moment came, you got to admit, he's been shining ever since Cristiano left. Even the first season when Real Madrid...
Wait. Actually, I think you may have to come out and come back in because your voice sounds a bit robotic. Or maybe you need to reconnect. I'm
back.
Yeah,
can I speak on this, HH?
Wait, Mo, talk now, talk.
Is this better? Can you hear me well?
There's still a bit of things, so maybe come out and come back in, reconnect. I'll save you a spot. Come out and come back in. Jamal, talk to me.
Yeah, I just want to say something short on the Messi Ronaldo debate, and this sums up everything, guys. Would you take Messi right now at your clubs?
Yes, of course.
100%.
Of course I will. Jamal, I'm a Chelsea fan, so I will. We always go score on our team.
No, I
We need a goal
wouldn't. I
scorer.
wouldn't, because I need to win the Champions League, and he's not gonna help me.
Wilson,
Guys, will you
Wilson. You see,
Wilton, you know
Wilson,
you're
you're not
lying.
being serious there. See, look, Wilson, you're honestly telling me that if Messi was available, you wouldn't take a Messi
he's
at Real Madrid
joking.
right now.
He's joking. He's joking.
Even Ramos would accept him.
Yes, obviously I would take Messi. It's just I'm playing, bro.
Good,
Right.
thank you.
Next
So,
question. Yeah, next question. Guys, would you take Cristiano Ronaldo at your club right now?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I would.
No.
Yes,
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 I
yes,
would.
Not over
I
Braithwaite.
would.
Not over Braithwaite.
Yes, I would,
Go
bro.
wait. Go wait.
We have to.
Jamal.
No,
The
no,
question you asked is
no
like,
offense to all those small clubs in Europe. No offense, I support everybody. If you are underdog merchant, that's good. But Real Madrid, we have the worst attack as a big club in Europe this season. Vinicius Junior is on the
have
left.
some respect. Have some respect
What
for
if-
this.
what if-
Hazard on the left.
Jamal. You know what is happening in my club?
What if
as
that's
a
what
Chelsea?
goes on?
No, no,
We
no,
have Kai Havertz, we have Mason Mount, we have Ziyech. You know our problem? Goal scoring. We have that we create chances, but we don't score. Ronaldo is a bloody goal scorer. Bloody goal scorer. I need a goal scorer in my team that can put that ball in the net. And when you have Ronaldo present, it's game over for any
Right,
team.
Jamal, talk to me.
Yeah, no offense, but I don't think at 36, 37 Cristiano Ronaldo could play in the Premier League again. I think his days are done for that.
How good is
So,
the
yeah.
Premier League really? 70 points.
Wait, let Jamal talk. Talk.
Yeah. So I feel Messi still have 4 or 5 years. He's far from finished. Ronaldo, bro, after that 22 World Cup, he should retire. After that, he should go. He can't go America because yes, undisputed. He said he have something in America. But yeah, anywhere else he can go. But Ronaldo have 1 or 2 years in Europe. I don't think he could do anything after 1 or 2 years in Europe. After that, he should go abroad. So yeah, on this topic now, Benzema. I'm sorry, bro. I didn't want to do you like this, but I have to.
When you're rolling in a club of the stature where results matter, because Benzema was horrible. He was crap. His performance was disgusting. He was filthy. He was horrible. Absolutely flipping. I mean, my lord, the amount of times this guy lost the ball, the amount of times that he would do a pass that would not go in. Because I was just thinking to myself, like, wait a minute, how much is this guy being paid? In my state, in my injured state, I could do better than that, Benzema. I know guys from the road who do better. So that can't be allowed as a professional football player. That cannot be allowed for you to play that badly. But I digress, guys.
Jamal, what game was this? What game was this?
So the game it was against Valencia 4-1. Real Madrid win 4-1, but it was against Valencia 3 years ago. Yeah,
You
the
have been
thing is
exposed.
with Benzema.
There's too much receipt on you, man. So
These
much.
receipts, man. I love these receipts.
Wait, Jamal, continue.
Yeah.
Man, continue. I defend it anyway, but continue.
Yeah, the thing with Benzema is to be the best striker of his generation. He's very inconsistent. Because yes, I remember that time Ichich was going hard on Benzema. He was horrible. But then last year and this year, this guy is quality. So I don't think you can put Benzema as there's too much gaps in his performance. I mean, one season he's good, the next season he scores 5. So for me, it's between the racist and Lewandowski. And it pains me to say it. It really pains me. Because I really don't like him. Although I celebrate all his goals when he was at Liverpool. I think
Jamal, are you
Suarez.
talking about Suarez?
Yeah, I think Suarez is the best guy.
No, but my thing though is
I think it's between him and Lewandowski.
how many peak years did Cannibal Suarez have? So he had that year for Liverpool, then he had MSN year, then he really only had 2 truly top years.
He had
In 2016, you forgot 2016 when he was the top scorer in La Liga. This guy was literally, that was his highest goal scoring, I think, in his entire career that season.
I think he
2016,
had
correct me if
3
I'm wrong.
seasons.
Yeah,
It was, right? Yeah, it was 2016, yeah.
Scored almost
2015.
60. He almost scored 60 goals.
Okay. So Jamal, Jamal.
Yeah, I say, although he didn't lead to anything at Liverpool, I see he had 2 quality seasons at Liverpool. his last 2 seasons,
Mhm.
and I think he had 3 or 4, man. And plus, the thing with Suarez is people don't rate him technically. Maybe the reason why is because although Suarez is technically good, he's very hard worker. He's a very hard worker, and sometimes I don't know if this will make sense, but Suarez is the most ugliest dribbler I ever seen. I mean, sometimes when he dribbles, he looks like he's not. He don't know what he's doing,
Yeah,
but
he
it
looks like
works
if
for
he's
him.
about to fall over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, yes. But he actually he dribbles. He beats 4 or 5 men with that. So that's why people might say Benzema might be a better footballer. But I mean, I'm sorry, it might be a little biased, but the things he was doing at Liverpool, man, it had one time he scored from a halfway line. He was chipping balls over man
Against
head.
Norwich. Yeah.
It was mad. Yeah, it was mad. But then Lewandowski, I will say, yeah, go on.
So how do you think history will remember Benzema then? Do you think that they will say, "Oh yeah, you were a side chick during the three-peats," or they'll say, "Nah, man, this guy was definitely one of the best strikers"? Do you think that
I'll put it
people
like
will
this.
forget this amazing football he's playing because it's not leading to ACL, and just remember that yeah, you were just parts of
And
a
that's
great
what you
team?
say. Hmm. Yeah. And the thing is, if he wins the Champions League or about 2, 3 La Ligas in a row, playing at this form, he will be remembered. But if this form leads to nothing, he will be remembered as a side chick. Telling you. So he have to win the Champions League and a couple of La Ligas to be remembered as a great. Because if he don't, I don't think people remember him in that squad. Because that squad, they will more think of Modric, Ronaldo, Cruz, Sergio Ramos, Marcelo before him. And yeah, that Champions League final with Carrias. Please don't
I think
bring up that word.
in that Real Madrid 11, I think he's the last person you're gonna think of.
They
Because
might even say Keylor
I think of
Navas
Navas.
before Benzema.
I think of Navas before Benzema. I think of Carvajal before Benzema.
Yeah.
Even
Bale.
Bale.
You see, this is because see, I'm now going through the team and it's like Marcelo, Varane, Ramos, Casemiro, Kroos, Bale. Benzema's like the last name you think of.
Yeah. Even Isco. I think of Isco before Benzema as well.
Relax.
It's between him and Isco.
No.
It's
Just because Benzema doesn't do like the things that show up on the highlight reel doesn't
Exactly,
mean
yeah,
he
exactly,
didn't do
yeah.
important.
When I think of
neither does Cruz.
Real Madrid, I think of Cristiano and Benzema. Those are the players I think of first when I think of Real Madrid.
Over Modric
You're lying.
or Ramos.
Yeah, but Champions League, bro, you got to be.
Yeah.
You're trolling.
Wait. Let me just take some of these dubs and then I will come to my man Z-Man. So, all right. Now one of these is quite scary, but let me see. iTest says, imagine a Portugal v Argentina World Cup final 2022. The world would break. The world wouldn't be able to withstand it, and I think Twitter, Facebook, and everything would erupt. Yeah, I don't even know how the world couldn't handle. I don't think social media could handle that.
The fanboys would start a war.
100%. Okay, so from Los Colchoneros, who's an Atleti fan, I just want to say congrats in advance for Wednesday. Colchoneros, your cheap ass tactics are not going to work. Colchoneros, I want to wish you congratulations.
London Blues, let's go.
Colchoneros, I want to wish you congratulations on advancing to the quarterfinal. Can you just meet Colchoneros? I want to congratulate Atletico Madrid for advancing to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. It was a good run for Chelsea. We tried our hardest, but it was not so to be. Thank you, Colchoneros. Well done to Atletico. From Maxime Dagron, who says, season 16 to 17, Ramos 7 goals, Benzema 5 goals, La Liga. That's disgusting.
Damn.
That's disgusting. That is disgusting.
But Ramos,
can you explain your Benzema hate?
Wait, my Benzema
that period. Can you?
That
period. Why you were so hard? You said you could have played better than him.
This is why it's the Benzema thing is awful, because we have a player who's amazing right now, bro. I used to say it felt as if he had like 2 anvils on his feet, because he just looked totally cumbersome, and it's like he was just carrying so much weight around him. So it is what
I
it
think
is
he was
because-
suffering the same thing as Hazard these days.
Shush. During that three-peat thing, the guy was a brick. He was a brick. But bricks can become money, man. Just like what happened to Sterling.
But it's just how does a brick start in 4 Champions League finals?
Do you know there's such a thing as a useful brick?
He was useful. He was useful.
Please
Yeah, he was
do
a
not
useful
compare
brick.
Giroud
Benzema
won
to
a World Cup.
Sterling.
Please do
Giroud
not.
won a World
Compare
Cup.
Benzema to Giroud.
Wait. Guys, chill. Okay, so from Yas's side, who says, let's be honest, history will shine heavy on Benzema. Yes, it would. Based on his
Without a
accolades.
World Cup for France.
I won 4 CLs and I won a 3-peat. Yes, you didn't win a World Cup, but history will still be kind based on I was the striker and I was part of a team that any of that Real Madrid team, history will look kindly on Connie because you did something that was unprecedented in the club game. International, a bit lacking, but it is what it is. But yeah, club-wise, boom. Now this is scary. From the undisputed. Okay. First of all, before I read this, undisputed, you have a very weird, warped mind. And the fact that you actually send this as a super chat shows me how warped you are mentally. So, guys,
HA, just to confirm, there's no truth to that, is there?
Parental advisory for the.
You struggle to get out
for the filth that I'm about to read. So the undisputed says, HH plays with himself, looking at CR7 underwear pics. Now, in quick response to that, undisputed, first of all, that is a very sick, disgusting thing to say. Secondly,
what's the matter with you, man?
Secondly, I don't. Okay, so undisputed, rinse your brain out with soap.
You paid money to say that.
I told you, bro. Guys need psychiatric help. Man.
Oh, Liverpool fan this weird, man.
Z-Man, talk to me, man. Benzema.
When it comes to Benzema, we have to define his role first. His role in the team wasn't necessarily to be a goal scorer. I know that's the primary definition of a striker, but his role in the team was to facilitate. That's why Higuain couldn't hold down the starting lineup with Benzema around. That's why Benzema suited Cristiano Ronaldo as a pairing. I don't think Lewandowski would suit a prime Cristiano Ronaldo. It's about the role you're set. Now, in terms of purified finishers, I don't necessarily think Benzema is rated as high as a Lewandowski or a Suarez. When it comes to critical, crucial moments, you would want a Benzema over a Lewandowski. So it comes down to you have to put into perspective the roles they played for their club and at what time do they serve it and how crucial were they to the overall betterment of the team at the time at hand. Now, in terms of purified strikers, like I said, if we're talking about just striking the ball in general and the techniques within that, I think Benzema is really great at that. But the thing is, I would put Lewandowski and Suarez ahead of him. But in terms of, like everyone said, in terms of being a footballer and in terms of what he's done for his team, I would greatly outweigh that ahead of maybe a Lewandowski, comparatively speaking, in terms of the accolades they've brought and the amount of trophies they've won. So I would do that. But again, it's about perspective, and it's about what are you looking for in a striker, and at what moment are you looking for that type of striker? So it's all dependent.
So, do you consider him one of the great strikers then of the decade?
Yes, I would. I mean, everyone wants to rave about.
He's never. I don't know whether you were here for the.
No. I understand his stats. I understand that.
He scored 5 goals in one season.
Yeah, I understand that. In certain seasons, he hasn't necessarily been performing well. But we're talking about what did he do for his team and what trophies have they brought in because of his contributions as playing in that role.
No. Zima, no. We have to then define what we're talking about. If we're talking about effectiveness, Benzema wins it all the time. But if we're talking as a player, he's in top 20 players of the last decade.
No, not
If you're
not
not saying
player.
okay,
Striker.
striker. Don't tell me about roles. Striker, what is the first job of a striker? To score goals.
Yeah.
Second job of a striker, score goals. Third job of a striker, score goals. Fourth job of a striker, score goals. Fifth job, okay, link play or whatsoever. So my thing is, as his proficiency as a goal scorer, is he more proficient than Lewandowski?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not as proficient as a Lewandowski or Suarez. If we're going based on goal scoring proficiency, if we're going based on the role for a team, then yeah, he is. But in terms of just purified strikers and finishers, then I wouldn't put him. Then I would say he would at least make it to my top 3 or 4. Because okay, if we're talking about the past decade, then you probably have you have the likes of Eto'o. Again, it depends. Are we also including achievements? Because if we're putting achievements as well as quality finishing,
you put down Aguero in that conversation.
Aguero. Okay, if we're talking about achievements, then I don't think Aguero has the right to be ahead of a Benzema. If we're talking about solely striking the ball, then Aguero has a case for himself. But if we're talking about with achievements, then you can't tell me that Aguero gets ahead of him.
So Benzema's achievements, how important was he to that repeat?
I would say he was crucial. I would say that.
Crucial.
Yeah. I would say any other striker in those type of in that three-peat, I don't think they do as well. I don't think they do. So if Real
Madrid had Lewandowski, they don't win a three-peat. With Cristiano, with Bale, Modric, if they had Lewandowski there, they don't win a three-peat.
You have to think about chemistry. That's what matters. The thing about Benzema is, and the reasons why a lot of people, we criticize them to a certain extent, is because of his goal-scoring abilities. But with Cristiano Ronaldo, do you think a Cristiano Ronaldo and Lewandowski pairing would work? I don't think it would necessarily work. I don't think it worked because Cristiano Ronaldo's aim was to be a finisher for that team. That was his role. If you take that away and you tell him to share goals, I don't necessarily think that would work.
So basically you're saying that Benzema was a great side chick.
Benzema served a role.
As a side chick?
He served a role. No, tell me.
Zeman, don't use sexy words. Don't use sexy words.
If Lewandowski was in that team, he would be considered a side chick to Cristiano Ronaldo.
No. Wait. No. Zeman, you just said that if Lewandowski is in that team, it wouldn't work because both players would want to get goals. But why Benzema worked is because he served a role. You're my bitch. You're my side chick.
Okay, that's kind of harsh because you have to think about chemistry. It's about what role do you serve.
No, Zeman, look, you are right. Serve your role, and the chemistry is you're a side chick. You are here to serve me to score goals.
That's a load of crap because you calling Benzema a side chick is basically you saying that he's as good as Griezmann is right now. Like that's no.
More. There are two types of side chicks. Benzema is the good side.
That doesn't make sense.
Stop moving the goalposts.
You can give all the hypotheticals.
This is why we disagree with 99% of the stuff you be saying. You're
Yeah,
always moving the goalposts.
It's like you have to focus on them side chick or
Guys,
this. No reason.
The good side chick.
Let me land. Let me explain myself, please. Sorry. So guys, let me explain myself. There are two types of side chicks. There is the effective, good side chick. Then there is the useless side chick. The Griezmann side chick is a side chick where you're just there serving a purpose whatsoever. But then there's the other side chick where you play a very important role, but your important role is for a side chick. Now, we do need a side chick to win. But make no mistake, you are a side chick. Hence why Benzema is getting far more respect now as a player than he did in that three-peat. I don't care what anyone says. When you looked at that team, you would say Marcelo, Ramos, Varane, Carvajal, Cruz, Casemiro, Modric, Bale, Cristiano before you would say Benzema.
The whole thing, HH, is that you said was he important to the three-peat? I gave you an answer. He was important to the 3P because of chemistry. So at
as
the
a
end of the
side
day,
chick. He was important as a side chick.
You could.
AJ, why don't you just say sidekick instead of sidekick?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. Why do
just
you
like
have
Batman
to
and
resort to
Robin?
calling him a bitch or something?
Like
you always have
look
to
at
resort. That's
look
the
at
only thing I'm
Batman.
against.
Batman has a Robin. Every Batman is a Robin. So why don't you just say sidekick?
Besides HH.
No, wait, quickly. Wilson, perfect. Okay, sidekick.
That's better.
No. Okay, Wilson. Who the hell wants to dress up in red, green, and blue tights? Robin was trash. Okay, Robin was a pile of trash.
Can I say something about this, HH?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, this sounds very familiar to when I have arguments about when Firmino wasn't in speak. Because people bring this same argument. What was Firmino? Was he important as the other guys? Or was he just a side chick? So I understand this. What's your thought?
If no one is going, let me.
Yeah. More.
Can I talk about Benzema? Okay. More go. Then I will talk after time.
Go.
I just wanted to say, like, you could give. Who's getting so many messages? I just wanted to say, like, you could give all the hypotheticals you want. Like, talk about Lewandowski if he was there during that 3P. The fact is that Benzema was there, and Benzema was the one who played that role. You could say Lewandowski would have scored goals. I could tell you, you mentioned it previously, HH. The Galacticos looked good on paper. It didn't work out. Maybe Lewandowski would have turned out that way. If you look at, top strikers of the past decade, Lewandowski, I've told you guys, I think Lewandowski is the best player right now. But, like, how long has Lewandowski really been at the top of his game? He had that one great season with Dortmund in 2013, I think it was. And then he signed for Bayern. Was all right, wasn't anywhere near as good as he is right now. And then the past 2 seasons, and he is 30 years old. Benzema has been doing this since he was like 20 something, like early 20s when he signed for Real Madrid.
But Lewandowski always scored 20 goals
More.
But
Benzema also scored goals in France. I think in Marseille, I'm not sure. Before even coming to Madrid, he's been very prolific in French league before even coming to Madrid.
Exactly, and the thing is with Lewandowski, there was a while there where he disappeared in big games for Bayern and the Champions League, and even though he had a great team around him, he disappeared in big games. So Benzema, the fact that he has longevity and that he's been doing it since he was a teenager, that's points he scores on the board that Lewandowski doesn't have. Now Suarez, on the other hand, I would say, he did it for a longer time. He did it with Ajax, with Liverpool, with Barca, and now he's doing well with Atletico in the league. So for me, if you look over the past decade or so, the top 3 are Lewandowski, Suarez, and Benzema. I'd say Benzema is either 1 or 2. I'd put him ahead of Lewandowski. It's between him and Suarez for me.
Okay. Guys, I have a next recording. Hear this, please.
It just shocks me because this guy's performances have. I don't think there's a word. It's so bad that I'm thinking I'm actually creating a new tier in the Brick Academy. I think I'm going to create the scholarship tier. So scholarship classes. So I think
no way,
because Benzema is doing something that is like it's because
you
can't dribble, you can't hold the ball up. The misses.
He made you eat your words.
The level of misses this guy. This is where all he needs to do is a tapping, and it's like because it's just the sluggishness of him. And are you really working hard? So for Zidane, I said to myself that Zidane, you can't do this. I respect loyalty, but this is ridiculous. Benzema is horrible. An absolute disgrace. He is a flipping disgrace. He is useless. He's rubbish. He's gutter trash. And he's an insult to any professional football player. Even Sunday League players are better than that piece of crap that I'm seeing. It's crap. Complete and utter crap. And he should feel ashamed of his existence on a football pitch because what that is right there is useless. He should slap himself.
Bro, pause it. Put him out of his
Jamal, what year was that?
What game was that?
No.
So for me,
No, see, my thing is this is that. Do you know what makes that scary? Because I think okay, yeah, because I know that I never had the scholarship tier. It was always class A, class B, class C. I said that. So, but how did I? So I developed the scholarship tier because of Benzema.
Wait.
Benzema created a scholarship tier.
You see, that is why Benzema's career is going to be weird because at a point I had him at the basement, like on the floor. Lewandowski and Messi, they've never been on the like. Had this guy on the.
True.
I created a tier for him in the British Academy because he was so bad. So
well, that's because you hate Real Madrid.
No. Do you know how much I love?
You know what's even more scary?
Easy way. So yes, it's like, and then I'll come to you. So he says, "Dear God, I have one wish. Please let Cristiano live to World Cup." That's a disgusting wish. That's a nightmare. Double H's and his juju needs to be defeated once and for all. I don't use juju actually. I just use faith. Sincerely, the entire world. P.S. Other Euros. Yes, Said. My advice to Cristiano is retire. I care for him. I care for his family. He's got a wonderful family, wonderful wife, and I think that in order for him to be in great physical shape, I would advise him.
He also has a twins too.
Can you mute your mic, man? So my advice to him is to not take part in the World Cup or the Euros. That would be my advice for him. So lastly, like what you described is not a dream; it's a nightmare. Who wanted to speak?
Let me just finish my thing.
More.
I just wanted to say Benzema should be getting a lot of people are saying he should deliver a UCL. I'm sorry, he can't. It's unrealistic to expect him to win the Champions League with this team. That's impossible. And the fact that he delivered La Liga last year and the fact that he could be delivering another one this year is incredible. And if Real Madrid win the Champions League this year, I'm sorry, Benzema is the best striker in the last decade. It has to be said. And yeah, I think he's getting a kind of disrespected, to be honest. So give the man some credit.
You know what's scary, yeah? With that receipt. You've never talked that passionately about Werner.
It's coming.
No. It's not. I'll tell you why. It's because
he must have done nothing.
No. It's because of my respect for Zidane, and because Benzema, you can't do that in a Real Madrid jersey. You see, as much as I preach about Chelsea and so forth, and how
Chelsea is a small club.
Can I respond? Chelsea, I said again, I told you, what's it called? You have, it's called, you go Real Madrid, Bayern, Barcelona, Chelsea.
No. Whoa. Chill.
So, seeing that that's like the agreed for and so forth, I get it. But my thing though is that because Real Madrid have won the most, see, I'm a CL merchant.
Wait, what about AC Milan? You didn't say AC Milan.
I know. I heard you.
How many Champions Leagues does Chelsea have?
I heard you. Well, if 6, if you actually count the ones that were taken away from them due to cheating and so forth, I count 6. So, my thing here is this: so because Real Madrid have won 15, if you take away cheating, Chelsea have 6. Because Real have so many CLs, there's a standard. There's a standard, and for me, I just felt that he fell way below that freaking standard. So. As it should. Okay. Let me
go for AJ. Let me go for Benzema.
Let me come to Abdullahi, and then I'll come to Antonio. Abdullahi.
AJ, we need to be more respectful when it comes to Karim Benzema. I hear people saying about Robert Lewandowski and this. AJ, Lewandowski kind of pick up in his early age. Benzema has been scoring at French League and Lyon before he even came to Real Madrid. He's been scoring goals at a early age. Is a prolific striker. Just because people say because he play under Ronaldo is a side chick. I understand. If Lewandowski that is in form at the moment play with Ronaldo in Madrid, it will also be a side chick too. Because Ronaldo is a pure goal scorer. Ronaldo will not sit down for Lewandowski. Hell no, he won't. He will rather tell you, if you can't coexist with me, get out of the club. That's Ronaldo for you. So Benzema being a side chick for him helps him a lot because it helps him develop his play. The kind of the way he is at the moment, playing under Ronaldo makes him look much better now. So people can say, yeah, Lewandowski is the best striker in the world, yeah, because he's in form. I won't take that away from Lewandowski's own form. But what gave us the assurance that if Lewandowski leave Bayern Munich and go to another club, this record is breaking. We break the same record. I doubt that. I doubt it. But Benzema can do it because Benzema has played French and he came to Spanish. So he's done that. He has that experience. So you have to give more respect to carry Benzema. I can't even believe you create a scholarship for Benzema.
No,
I cannot believe that.
Wait, HH, I got a question for you, right? It's a critical game. Chelsea are about to win the Champions League. You need a guy as a striker. Would you take Benzema over Lewandowski?
Yes.
You would take Benzema, right?
Yes.
And your whole philosophy, it's not about how much you score, it's about when you score.
Mm-hmm.
So based on that, wouldn't you say, if you're basing only on that, wouldn't you say that Benzema is a better striker than Lewandowski?
You have to weigh everything together.
Yeah.
So Benzema is more clutch. Where am I getting this echo from? So Benzema is more clutch, but Lewandowski is more proficient. So what holds Lewandowski back is that he isn't clutch. He doesn't score in important games. What holds Benzema back is that he's not as consistent a goal scorer as Lewandowski is. But my thing is that Benzema created the scholarship tier. If at a point in your career you created the scholarship tier, I'm sorry, I'm going to hold that against you. It doesn't matter what you do. The fact that you created the scholarship tier in the academy, that will always be a blemish on your legacy and your career.
Ichita, I have a question for you. Will you take a striker being clutch or being effective?
Clutch. Because
why clutch ahead of effective?
Because my inside forward and my number 10 will supply the goals. But I need you to win me that trophy. My inside forwards and my midfielders will get me there. In that final, I need you to take me home. So
now you can agree that.
Wait, see, let me call this guy. Antonio, talk to me.
All right. So my thoughts on Benzema is I think he's a good player. I think he's had some pretty crap seasons as a striker. No doubt about that. But I still think he gets a little bit underrated because like this season he's been great. And other seasons I feel like he did take a back seat and he was a side chick to Cristiano. But a lot of players would be too, given the fact of Cristiano's ego, and he's a big player who scores a lot of goals. So you have to compensate for a player like that. And not only that, I mean, anyone would compensate for that to win 3 Champions Leagues in a row. And he still scored in the final, even though brain dead Karius fluffed that and gave the ball right to him. He still scored it, and he played pretty well in the final, I thought. I think he's doing a good job this season, but to say will he be looked down on if they can't get another Champions League? I don't think so. I think if he wins a couple of La Ligas with Real before he retires, I think people will respect him more. In order for him to win a Champions League, he can't do it on his own. I mean, Benzema's just not that type of player, and he just can't.
So how do you think he'll be viewed? How do you think his legacy will be viewed?
I think he'll be remembered as a good Real player. I think he definitely won't be remembered for being a part of the main. How do I say this? When people think of that 3P team, they won't think of him first. When it comes to like the first 5 players, he's not being thought of, in my opinion. He will be remembered if he can change how people look at him now. If he can start winning more trophies throughout other than a Champions League, then it proves that when it was the Champions League, he, like everyone says, and I agree, he was doing things that would help the team overall instead of just scoring goals. But as a striker, I don't think he's better than prime Suarez or Lewandowski. But I think he's up there, and I think if Real clutch La Liga this season, that'd be really notable of him. But I don't think it'll happen because Barca are going to get La Liga. Atletico is going to choke. Watch.
I dare them to. Wait.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Damien, have you spoken on this?
Relax.
No, I haven't.
Okay, go for it. Benzema, talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Throughout Benzema's career, I have called him a brick before.
Harsh.
Relax. You have. You
haven't.
even made a new scholarship win.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yes.
Relax.
I didn't.
But I mean, right now he's showing how good of a player he is. Without Cristiano, taking all the spotlight. So I mean, in the 3-peat, I thought if you think about the noticeable players, I don't think he really does. I think Cristiano, Bale, Modric, Ramos were all more important to that 3-peat than Benzema. He had his part, but not as crucial as they were. But yeah, I mean, I think this season he's showing his real quality. I mean, the goal that he scored, that was with his weaker foot. I mean, it was a quality goal. Yeah, absolutely.
Quality goal, amazing goal, man.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting if he does win La Liga. If he does, then I'll start respecting him even more.
Wait, what was it? Okay.
Huh?
Yeah, I wanted to say in history we talk about specifications and how much people played a role in a team. But as time passes by, it stops becoming about what you played and how much you've won. So in due time, I feel like majority of, maybe people that grew up in that era might look at him and be like, there were specifications, there was moments where he didn't serve his team as much as other players. But throughout time, people are going to look at that trophy cabinet and they're going to say he's contributed to the 3-peat.
As a sidekick.
No, but look, for all his inconsistencies, people need to realize that Benzema is the 5th top scorer in Real Madrid history, and that's a big deal for.
And he's the 5th top
Madrid.
scorer in the Champions League too.
Yeah.
But would you wouldn't rate Benzema in terms of Real Madrid history? You wouldn't put him in the same category as a Raul, as a Ronaldo.
No, definitely.
As an R9. So
no, definitely
he's
not.
He's so far down the pedestal.
Yeah, no, definitely. But what I'm trying to say is that to be like, people are saying that at times he was a joke. Like, I don't think you're a joke if you're 5th top scorer in Real Madrid history. At least you've got to consider him top 3 in the last decade.
I think his consistency is his biggest downfall.
Yeah. I have to leave. But before I leave, there's one more video you may convince you, and this is the last. After this, I'm gone, guys. Peace.
To any hardworking guys out there, you know what Nigerians, kind of stuff that Nigerians do every day. You know how hard guys work in Lagos, for peanuts a day, and how hard they work. And this useless, overweight, pot-bellied piece of useless.
Damn. I never said this.
Decadent, mumu. This Olodo, this mumu is basically he's stealing money.
Man, I was harsh, man. I
By
wasn't this
doing
harsh.
what he's doing and earning money, that's
Why?
Why? For the crimes, because you're stealing. You're not actually earning the money. You are stealing.
Peace out, guys.
Okay, peace out.
Peace.
Let me just explain to it. Now, I'm not rich, but I would say that I am financially better right now. Back then, I was doing horrible jobs. I was between really, really pretty bad jobs and so forth. I was dealing with a lot of stuff. So I do, because that sounds like a very angry man. And I think that sounds like a guy who was, I think I was dealing with a lot in my life at that time, because I said, no, that's really harsh. Like, I went really, really deep there. So look, that was a different age.
You managed to mention Lagos peanut pickers and Benzema in the same sentence there.
Okay, look. So guys, before we talk about this North London derby, are these guys going to bottle it? It's a simple question. Are they going to bottle an 11 points lead?
Yep. You mean Atletico, right?
No, Mickey Mouse. Who the hell do you think I mean?
I don't know. Just make
What's the gap now? What's the gap between Barca and Real and
So,
Atletico?
7 points.
6.
To be honest with you, I think Real Madrid are garbage this season. We have no chance of winning La Liga. I think
Reverse psychology.
Barca will win it.
I respect the jinx.
I think Atleti already won the league. They might as well just give him the trophy now, to be honest with you.
No, reverse psychology.
I respect the jinx.
Look at this.
Wilt jinx.
HH, you know why they've bottled it? You know when
Because
the
Simeone is a
last
fraud?
time-
Was that?
No,
Bro,
because
how
you
is
know when
Simeone a fraud?
Fraudione?
Like, bro,
Hold up.
he turned a mid-table team into a powerhouse in Europe. So how he's he a fraud? He's looking like the villain now, but at the end of the day, Simeone has to be respected for what he did with Atletico. Because what people forgetting, Atletico doesn't have the spending power that we have, that Barca have, that any other Man City, PSG have. The way they buy their players is actually from fans going to the game. And Simeone turning like
no,
players into world-class players.
Wait, no, hold up. No, shush. So if Barcelona win their game, 3 points?
There'll be 4 points.
4 points.
Oh, 4 points.
Yeah, 4 points.
Barca, let's go.
But don't forget, Atleti still has to play Barca, and they already beat Barca this season too.
So
and they have never beat Barca in over 10 years at their home.
Wait,
so I don't know.
HH, let me tell you
not
why
happening.
they've bottled it. They've bottled it.
Go for it.
The last time Atletico Madrid dropped points versus Getafe was in 2012. Ever since then, they've won every single game versus Getafe, not conceding a single goal. Today, in one of the most important stretches of the season, where they need to win every game to kill any chance of a comeback for Real Madrid or Barca, that's when they choose to drop points versus Getafe. I think that's very telling. A team that you've been easily beating for a decade now, every single time you now come, and they were with 10 men.
And the sick thing about it, they were playing their starting 11 today, so they're full starting 11, and they have a Champions League game in midweek against Chelsea.
Yeah,
so
and
I don't know.
Against Wilton. Who did he say? What? What did he say? Against who on Wednesday?
Blues.
Wilton, shush your mouth. Don't mention that game. Shush.
And Getafe were down to 10 men ever since the 70th minute. The fact that Atleti couldn't take advantage and score, that tells me they're
to be honest with you, the ball just didn't want to go in. To be honest with you, the ball did not want to go in.
If you miss chances, you have to pay the price for that. You can't
of course
say I'm unlucky. Like, they messed up their chances. That's on them. I mean, Suarez had that volley that hit, the chip that hit the post.
Hit the post.
But,
Dembele, I don't know how Dembele missed that chance.
Chances.
That was an
easy
chance.
chances. So that tells me that mentally they're weak. So
I'm not gonna say they're weak because Simeone team are not known for being
weak.
I'm telling you this right now,
strong as Madrid.
Guys. I'm telling you this right now. Atletico Madrid are gonna bottle the title. I think that's mentally, psychologically.
No. Let me tell you, I'm speaking the truth, guys. This is me being objective. Real Madrid are absolutely garbage trash. We're losing to Atalanta in midweek. We're losing the La Liga race. Atleti already won La Liga. They won everything. We are garbage. We just focus on next season.
No, if we're talking about team, I think Getafe was, as much as I want to criticize Atletico Madrid for their style of play and whatnot, in that game, they were facing against a really low block. The only La Liga team that's really good at doing low blocks in Getafe. And I felt like Marco Correa and Elena were doing perfect in terms of transitioning to offense to defense. Their biggest problem is the fact that, they can't break down anyone, and they struggle with that. And João Felix, to a certain extent, Simeone seems to not really have a lot of trust in João Felix. Which it comes down to the players he has and the tactics that he's trying to set up in terms of like who he could get the best out of. And, a midfield that consisted of Loriente and Saúl and Koke wasn't good enough in terms of just being they were progressive, but they weren't solid. It seemed like Getafe had so many chances that they shouldn't be having against this Atletico Madrid side. So it comes down to like
penalty too.
Yeah. They didn't necessarily play well, and I do think that their hardest patch, like I said, is going to be in March. So April, May, I think they have a clear they will have a clear run of games. And as much as I want to say that Barcelona is in this, I still do think we have to come out of April, because April seems like it's going to be a tough fixture for us, a tough pile of fixture for us.
Wait. So wait. Let me take this from this, because I want to just quickly talk about not on that bit. So from Lazio. So yeah, Lazio. When was the last time? Because I remember, when was the last time that City won a Champions League? I think it was 2012, wasn't it?
What does that have to do with anything? He just said, look at the Prem table, looking like. What does that have to do with?
Wait. Was it 2011 or 2013? When was it?
Dude, what does that have to do with anything?
Guys, wait. What was it? Was it 06? When was it that City won the Champions League?
What does that have to do with anything?
You know what? I'll check Wikipedia. Don't worry, I'll check Wikipedia, then I'll get back to it, because I know it's at the tip of my tongue.
That's a loser's argument, HH.
What does that have to do with anything? He said just look at
loser's argument.
How the hell there's only 8 games remaining left in the Prem for City already, and they're 17 points ahead.
Can they just win it already?
By the way,
Elmere League.
Vilton, I just wanted
overrated league.
Vilton, I just wanted to say you're either. Wait, HH, hold up. Vilton, I just wanted to say you're either the worst fan. You're either the worst fan in the world or the biggest liar in the world. One of the two. I've never seen a fan have so little faith in his team.
Wait. Are you new here or something? It's
Bro,
a jinx,
don't listen to H. H is the 99% of the stuff that H is saying are absolutely nonsense. But I'm speaking from the heart, bro. Real Madrid, we are trash. We're losing to Atlanta midweek. We're not winning La Liga. Barcelona winning it.
Can I respond to Lazza's thing? So Lazza, first of all, Lazza, the main aim is for you to win your second CL. Because I know you've already won one before, but I can't remember the year that you won it. so Lazza, the key thing is,
oh man, the audacity.
So the thing is that I want that second CL. Okay, you have to do this twice to prove yourself. Because there is no way in hell, Lazza, you're sending me this comment without winning a CL. So because based on how you talk, you have to win a CL. So you must have won one. I can't find the year. I'm looking through to Wikipedia. I can't find it. But you know, that's I believe in you, bro.
Mean, man.
Maybe to go to the 60s. Was it 52?
Oh no!
Yes.
Oh no!
No, shush, it was. I'm sorry, it was 52.
You know what?
Shush, no.
I want to say something.
Wait. Okay, first of all, Natsa, this looks great for you guys. This looks great for you guys, but Natsa, as good as this looks, this is a bum-ass league. Okay, it's a bum-ass league. And it doesn't mean anything. Oh, Pep, a LEP stream awaits if you fail. I told you, the LEP streams are one of the most anticipated streams on YouTube. Because there's drinks, there's food.
How can the top
let me insult this guy, man.
Gatlock,
can I just finish yabbing this guy, please? Thank you. So, Lazza. So the main thing here is that I am waiting for that failure, because I've got about 10 active narratives. And one of my most active narratives is I wait for Pep to always fail, specifically before he gets to a CL final. Lazza, I dare your goats. I dare your destroyed football to not make it to a final. Because, bro, if he doesn't, Lazza, man, we're doing it 3 hours.
Where are Liverpool, bro? Where are Liverpool in the table? Oh my god!
Where's HH? Fun fact. Do you know that today Leeds got their first Premier League clean sheet? I'm not sure who they were playing, but I think it was their first Premier League clean sheet.
Leeds. Oh shit! Yeah, that's true.
Oh, and also, was it the German Zidane playing as the false 9? Because HS was saying he's better positioned, he's better as a false 9. I'm sure he was playing as a false 9.
The most annoying part about it is it's not even when the moment to even get angry. Why? Is because all those players that have been playing, one scapegoat out of those players is break Chilwell. I don't know why HH hasn't put that idiot into class A or break academy.
Abdullahi, it's so good. It's so good. It's
No,
so
no,
good.
no.
He gave
Wednesday.
him his moment.
Mo.
You got to give him
HH
his moment
put
today.
Wednesday,
Marcos
it's so good.
Alonso. You put Marcos Alonso into what? Into class A or
Criminal.
academy. Why?
Gatlock.
Why haven't
Gatlock.
Oh
you
no.
put
Gatlock.
Benjamin Brick
Gatlock.
class
Oh
A
no.
scholar
Gatlock.
Oh no.
Chilwell
You better
into class
delete
A?
that nonsense.
Oh no.
Gatlock, if I
I'm
see
asking you a
that,
question.
I'm not listening. Gatlock, if I see that nonsense
No, you have to listen to me.
again, ever again, Gatlock, I will hunt you down, bro. Gatlock, I know people in Nigeria, by the way. Okay, I know area boys. I will send area boys to your place. Don't you dare put out, because I don't want to see that image ever again. Don't you put up that image, because that could destroy my whole reputation. So Gatlock, don't you ever show that nonsense ever again in your life.
You put yourself out for this.
Abdullah,
And you caused this,
meet your
that.
Mike John,
You know
my
that.
friend. What you did? 226. Look, let's talk this North London nonsense, man. Okay, but before I talk about North London derby, man, why did he change the formation? Why? For what reason?
Guys, please zoom that. Let's see very well. Zoom it, please.
Nah. That's bad. That's bad.
Treble minimum.
I was talking about Chelsea here, bro.
Guys, can I get some scores for the North London derby, please? And then I can go and sleep.
Who's home, by the way? Who's home?
Arsenal.
Arsenal is at home.
Both teams are in good form right now. I really don't know how this game's gonna go. I want Arsenal to lose, obviously, for AFTV and chill, but I think it might be a draw. I think it might be a draw.
Mute your mic, man. Let's Wilton is talking, man. Wilton, talk.
Both teams are in form right now. Well, to be honest with you, though, I think Arsenal kind of got blessed a little bit against Olympiacos. That game was... but they got the dub. They did what they had to. But at the same time, those Spurs are in good form at the moment, too. Bill starting to hit form. Kane, we saw what he did in midweek.
Is Kane injured?
No, he scored.
He's injured. He's injured.
He's injured?
Yeah, he said he would do a late test fitness for him to see if he's gonna play on Sunday.
I must say a draw or Spurs wins this. Either Spurs gonna win this or it's gonna be a draw.
To the person in the live chat who sends me a DM, go fuck yourself. Who else wants to
language?
Kids
are listening. Language.
I don't screw those kids. Who wants to give Gatlock?
Okay,
what's your prediction? Okay, sorry, more. Talk to me more.
So I was just gonna say, if I think Tottenham's style is bad news for Arsenal. So if Kane is fit, I'm gonna say Tottenham win it 2-1.
Okay, Gatlock.
I've not actually given this game a lot of thought, to be fair. What the score is going to be, man, I don't know. These games are usually weird. Maybe 2-2.
They're always entertaining, though.
Yeah, they're entertaining. So I know that there should be goals. Knowing how Mourinho plays, it might be a bit weird. But can you come back to me? I want to see their form.
Okay. What's it called? YSK.
Again, I you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna be bold with this. I'm gonna go. Uncle Mo is gonna deliver a 3-piece and a soda at the crib.
So you're saying a lubrication or a circumcision or a
Jackson. Gatlock is it will clip you if that doesn't come.
A 3-0 lubrication.
Damien?
I'm gonna stick with 2-2. I think it'll be
that's my
Saka.
same.
I think Saka will score, and Aubameyang, and I think Bale and Kane will score.
All right. Z-Man?
Yeah, this will be probably I don't know, but maybe a 2-1 for my own narratives, I need Liverpool in the Conference League. I need that. So 2-1.
Okay. Why do you need? You have to. Anytime you put out a narrative, you have to explain your narrative. Because I've explained my narratives. Everybody knows my narratives extensively. Why do you need them?
HH, this will be the highest viewed hangout if that happens. This will be so entertaining. We're talking about Cardiff City. That's our first discussion. Second discussion is what is Liverpool's next goals? Do they have the ability to win it? There's so many questions that are going to be asked. I want it for the entertainment. No, I have no hard feelings.
Jackson, wait.
I have no hard feelings towards Liverpool fans. Listen, Liverpool fans, put me in full screen, HH. Put me in full screen.
They need to rename that stuff because that Conference League is the same acronym as UCL.
Okay, Liverpool fans, listen. I love you guys, right? I have nothing against you guys. I think you guys are, the greatest fans out there, But I need this just for the sense of entertainment, all right? There's no hard feelings. There's nothing against this. We got 8-2. We got demolition job. We got the Mbappe narrative. I just need this. I just want to see it just for the hangout. Think of how entertaining the hangout is going to be for everyone else. Stop putting yourself first. Right?
But Zeman, what was with that sarcastic laugh?
No. I know Liverpool fans, and if this happens, I fear for my safety.
No. Undisputed. Please show up. Please.
Because my thing is that, what is the song for Europa Conference League? Do they have a song? Because
it's going to be a Bosnian song. It's going to be a Bosnian song. It's going to be a trap music. It's going to be trap music. It's going to be trap music. It's going to be fucking trap music. It's gonna be trap music.
By the way, they already have the song. The song is on YouTube. They already have the song out. The song is already out. You could go on YouTube and listen to the song. Yeah.
Can you play it?
No, copyright.
No. Oh, wait, send it to me.
It's on YouTube. Yeah, it's on YouTube.
There's a song?
Yeah, there's a song. Go on YouTube. Yeah.
For the Conference League.
Yeah, there's a song.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be beautiful. I'm telling you, bro. No.
Please, let's get this song.
No.
If that happens, can you just play like a 30-second snippet to start off the conversation, and then go straight into the conversation about Liverpool? If that happens, no hard feelings, Liverpool fans. I have nothing against you guys.
But the song is actually pretty good. It's like a cello. Like, I think you might like it.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Liverpool fans will get
No. Basically, as soon as this thing is over, it's just that YouTube has such takes, but as soon as this thing is over, that is the first thing I'm listening to. Like, there's a song. Wow. Okay, look, who else? Okay,
me.
Yeah, me.
Wait, Gatlo, do you have a score now?
2-2. I'm going to sit on the fence. 2-2. I'm thinking Tottenham should win. I'm thinking Tottenham should win, maybe 2-1. But okay, everybody has gone for 2-2. I'm going to go for a different scoreline.
Well, I went with 2-2. Damon went with 2-2. I think Zeman, you went with 2-1. What did you go with, Zeman? I think
2-1. Liverpool fans, shout out to you.
Okay, I'll go for 3-1 Tottenham.
Damn. Who else?
Me.
Go for it.
All right. I'm gonna go with Gatluck score. I think 3-1 Spurs. I think Spurs are gonna play great. I hope Kane gets 2 goals and then Son gets another, and then I hope Mourinho celebrates in front of Arsenal. Just trolls them.
Look. Let me say this right now. If Mourinho celebrates like doing this and there are no fans in the stadium, then he's the GOAT officially. If Mourinho celebrates and he does this with no fans in it, he just does this to empty seats, they don't know that's that man. They crazy.
No wait, HH. He's gonna go up to the camera. He's gonna do a sliding celebration. He's gonna put up 3 fingers and he's gonna troll the Arsenal fan TV.
Respect. Oh,
He's gonna say, I have more Champions League than your club. Sit down.
He does, but okay. So who else? want people to score down. Who else?
I haven't spoken.
All right, Abdullah, give me a score. Give me a score.
I'm going 0-0.
I was about to say it as well.
Oh, where's the ambition?
Yeah.
Where's the
Look
ambition?
at you guys, just trying to ruin
Guys,
everything.
we
I'm going 0-0. Why I said 0-0?
Wait.
The reason I said 0-0 is Ose will go pragmatic, same with Ateta. Yes, I know they have Saka, they have Aubameyang, but Ose will be very cautious of the attack of Arsenal because there's Bukayo Saka, the PM Kobami, and Willian is picking up from a little bit now. So he doesn't want to go all out because if you go all out, he's getting exposed. Eric Dyer and the central back is class A. So he knows that, or Ose knows that. He doesn't want to do that. So he would rather be more defensive and be cautious. That's why I'm going for a 0-0 for me.
Okay. Ahmad, talk to me.
And by the way, guys, go listen to the UEFA Conference League. That song is garbage, class A.
Can you mute your mic? Ahmad, give me a score. Give me a score.
I also think it will be a 0-0 because I think there's a 50% chance in the Premier League that the score will be 0-0. So I want to go with the safer prediction, to say a 0-0.
Who else?
0-0 makes sense. My hope is that it's just 3-1 or 2-2.
Yes, I mean,
it's the Premier League, man.
I hope Spurs. No. It's only the United games have been boring, but other than that, the big games have been that boring.
Hold on. Did you watch the first game that was today? I watched it because I was expecting, Leeds attack, Chelsea attack. I mean, I was thinking,
it's funny.
There's going to be a game.
Yeah, Leeds have never kept a clean sheet this entire season until they played Chelsea this morning. So it is what it is.
I was surprised
the
because
Napoli.
I was surprised too.
Not even gonna be better.
I'm being serious. I really thought it was gonna be a lot of goals because
exactly. I couldn't believe it. I honestly couldn't believe it.
Even United's almost 6-2.
Yeah,
come on.
Wait, what's the name of that German powerhouse again? Who's that? What's his name? It's in the tip of my tongue.
Zidane.
The German Zidane, man.
That's the one. Yes.
That's Conference League theme is trash.
It's money. It's Liverpool. Do it for the culture.
That song is like you're playing. It's like you're playing guitar in high school now.
No. Wait, I thought you guys were joking. Is there actually?
He just kicked himself out. He kicked himself out.
Chelsea slander.
Most people say it's a fan-made song, so I don't know if it's an actual song. But...
No, I know. I exist myself. Okay, guys, look. All I'm saying is this, guys. I need to sleep because I'm working early tomorrow morning, man. Guys, all I'm saying is this, guys. Sunday, it's big. Abdullahi, Monday at 1 p.m. we start to the build-up. Okay?
To the Chelsea Atletico?
So for the question, quick Q&A, right?
No, 1 p.m. Monday.
Okay.
We start the preview. No,
AJ, have you got meal in mind?
Tuesday.
No, Tuesday, right?
We start, yes.
1 p.m.
We start.
AJ,
have you build up?
Have you got meal in mind for the celebrations? For the celebrations?
And
the blue celebration. And the wave. Champagne.
That means minimum.
Oh, we gotta say, hopefully,
nice steak.
Hopefully, Arsenal loses tomorrow.
Congratulations.
I want to see confetti. I want to see confetti.
See you guys Sunday.
Guys, don't forget, a 58-year-old Frank Ribery is still playing on the wing and still
But Jarvis was the motion, man. Jarvis was the motion.
Kylian Mbappe is not the black Milan or black man. It's the black Mario Balotelli.
That makes no sense. Five minutes, guys. I'm giving you 5 minutes because I do have to wake up early tomorrow. I've got to wake up early tomorrow morning, but I'll give you 5 minutes. Ask me whatever questions you need. I'll take questions for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, boom. Send me whatever you need and so forth, and boom. I'll give you 5 minutes, man. I'll give you 5 minutes, guys. If Atletico, if they screw this up, it will be one of the biggest choke jobs. Simeone will be inducted, and then I'll strongly think about a wing for Atletico. Although a wing is a very major thing. But based on how far ahead they were, yeah, I would think long and hard about having to induct this freaking Duzman, but that'd be horrible. Scary. Scary. United are not going to go anywhere. If United wants to go out to the big time, you need a big time manager, and you just need to stick with him. So this whole thing of like, oh, we tried with Van Gaal, we tried with Mourinho. These things happen in cycles, but you need to find the right manager who is quality and stick with him. For Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he ain't a Nagelsmann, you know. He ain't a Simeone or so forth. He's decent. He ain't great. So what will happen? Like he'll win a few big games here and there. He'll end up coming second, but at the end of it, will he win any trophies? I don't think so. So what does he include Drogba and Rooney in the striker discussion? They have a CL. Because you have to take the whole package. It's your proficiency, your clutchness, your consistency, and so forth. For me, so you said Drogba and Rooney. For me, Rooney was a domestic merchant, you know, and yes, he has a CL. Was he one of the main players for that CL? You know, was he one of the reasons for that CL? No, he wasn't, man. He wasn't, you know. So that's my thing. Is like, you know, like Drogba for me, one of the most clutch players of all time. So I'll always give Drogba the clutch ability always. But I can't put Drogba and Rooney in the same category as Eto'o, as Shevchenko. I can't do so. Because those guys were clutch, they were proficient, they were consistent. You know, so they had the full package of what a top striker is, man. Okay, that's really insane. Which team has a better chance to win the league, Barca or Real? So that's a tough one. I think that they both have the equal amount of chance. I think. But I may give the edge to Barcelona because I feel that they've hit a groove. And I think Koeman has found the balance right, and I think there is a newfound belief that they had because they played very well against PSG. Very well. And I just think that they were really crap to begin this season. But I think Koeman has finally found that, okay, I think let me try Dembele as a frontman, as a striker. This is how I can use Braithwaite. This is perhaps how I can use Griezmann off the bench and so forth. So I just think that Barcelona have a bit of an edge with them. But as long as Real have Benzema, boom, they can definitely do something. And you say to yourself that what if Barcelona had Ansu Fati? Such a shame. If they had Ansu Fati, it could have been a very different season, man. What is your favorite movie in the cyberpunk genre, like Judge Dredd, etc.? Mad Max Road Warrior. You know, if that counts as cyberpunk, Mad Max Road Warrior. I don't think Escape from New York really. I think you could argue Escape from New York you could say might be cyberpunk, but I would definitely say, because Mad Max was sort of post-apocalyptic, but I think Mad Max set the templates for stuff like the cyberpunk genre and the Judge Dredd genre. So the blueprint was from Mad Max Road Warrior, which I think is the best out of all of the Mad Max films, and I think that it is better than Free Road is crazy, but for me, Road Warrior is the best out of all of them, but yeah, Blade again. You see, Blade Runner for me, it was more so about the world that was created and about the story. I think Mad Max really encapsulated the world the best, because I told you just like how influential that film was, specifically that second one, like the Mohawks, the style, how dangerous it was, how violent it was, how mad it was, how warped it was, because again, the kind of violence and just how effed up the world was in Mad Max was way more than how it was in Blade Runner. Like, I prefer Blade Runner as a film. That's like one of my favorite films of all time is Blade Runner. But I think Mad Max's world was a lot more iconic, man. Okay. I'm not touching that one. All right, maybe I'll take one more question. Let me see. I'll wait for one more good question. One more good question. Come and say something interesting. I'll take one more good question. Start with something about aliens, ghosts, movies, something. Let's just take one more interesting key, and then I'm gonna go and slumber. And I'll be gone tomorrow. And I'll be gone tomorrow. I'll be gone. So it's so close to the CL, man. Wednesday is when we pop off. Wednesday is when we pop off, man. There are only a few days to go. Only a few days to go to that CL. Only a few days to go to that CL, man. Only a few days to go to that CL, man. Let's see. What else did I miss? What else did I miss from y'all guys, man? This one might be the craziest transfer window in years. Erling, Messi, Aguero, Alaba, Nagelsmann, Cristiano, Mbappe, Lacazette, all the move. Which move are you excited for the most? I think the biggest one is going to be Haaland. I think based on his age, what he's already done, did you just put Lacazette in that category? That's wild. So for me, yeah, Haaland for me is the one. That's going to be big, because I think if Barcelona, whoever gets their hands on Haaland, that could be a big move. That could be a big dub. Dortmund don't have a chance of keeping him. So if City gets him, if Barca gets him, does Messi stay? Guys, peace out, stay true, stay real. I'll see you guys Sunday. Peace.